And we are live. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Green Dragons Gaming. Without us, they wouldn't feel like winners. Without them, we couldn't look so good. So, right now, I've got Ryan, aka Pretty Boy, online with me. Ryan, do me a favor. Go to the YouTube page and pull up the stream, and then copy the link and then post that in Discord.
Okay, I will try. Now, do I have to be signed up under Green Dragons?
No. So,
go under my own account?
Yeah. I mean, tell you what, I got it pulled up.
Okay.
I'm just going to send that over to you. Or, never mind. I don't know why I'm doing that.
Okay, cool.
All right. Still there, Ryan?
I'm here.
All right. So, let's go ahead. We're going to do this whole PowerPoint presentation. And let's get this ball rolling. So, we've got Colonial Carnage coming up. This is a team tournament up in Williamsburg, Virginia. This is going to be hosted by Todd Wyatt. He runs an awesome event, and it's a big wargaming, like a historical wargaming.
Mark, is your? I'm not seeing the PowerPoint.
You are not seeing the PowerPoint.
No. Are you seeing it on your screen?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you see? What do you currently see right now?
I see the Dell symbol on the bottom of your keyboard.
You see the Dell symbol on the bottom of my keyboard. All right. So we need to share screen. Share screen. Share screen.
Oh.
How's that now?
There we go. Thank you. Okay.
See, everyone watching this, we can be taught. So, Green Dragons, Colonial Carnage. This is his 7th one that he's running, and this is a big historical gaming tournament. So I remember last year talking to some of these guys, and they've got some like huge armies. I want to say the guy from Toledo actually comes out and sells his bits and games and stuff there too.
Yeah, so, there's usually a couple merchants there, but yeah, this is a really fun. Really
yeah.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. And there are what 40 players this year?
Yeah, it's grown. I think like the first year was only like 6 teams, and then it was 8 teams the year after, and I think the past couple of years now it's been 10 teams.
Okay. Yeah, so if you ever have a group of 4 people, they're 4-man teams, I would strongly advise you to go down and take a look at it. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah, Todd does a great job with it.
Exactly. And yeah, and just so everyone knows that if you do turn around and send in comments, I probably will not see them because the way my screen is set up, all I see is my PowerPoint presentation.
Mark's a nice guy. What he means is he's going to completely ignore anything you write anyway. So.
Oh no, Alex actually said you guys sound nice. Never mind. See, I can't be taught again. Tomir Cad says hey. All right, so we will be interactive. I lied. So moving on. This is the army breakdown, and I found this really interesting. So last tournament I personally went to was the Grail Quest. Okay, in which case Travis won. I got second. I think Alex Schmidt got third in that one. And it was really tight between the 3 of us too. And here we've got 5 Dwarven Hold players. Now, considering a gentleman named Gene gives me crap every time I would ever show up with my Dwarven Holds, the fact that his team actually has a Dwarven Hold army, I find pretty funny, actually.
Painful.
It is shameful. Gene is now supporting the dwarves. Now you've got 5 Empire Sonstalls.
That's new. That's really new.
5 Highborn Elves.
Yeah. I mean, this is, as you said, very interesting considering like last weekend I was at Desperado slash Masters slash Gemini, and there were, I think, no Empire players and maybe one Dwarven Hold player, one Highborn Elf player. I mean, it was very, very few and far between.
Exactly. Um, and I did expect a lot of Warriors of Dark Gods.
Yeah. Yeah. They're the hot rage right now. You know,
Them and Vermin Swarms, I feel.
if you're not a very good player, just play Vermin Swarm or Warriors. And you're okay.
Yep. Did I miss Vermin Swarms on here? Because there is two Vermin. I did miss. There are two Vermin Swarm armies.
Right.
I did not have that. I apologize. But 2 Dread Elves, 3 Aquitaine, 2 Ogre Khans, 3 Orcs and Goblins, 3 Elves, Sylvan Elves. Actually, there's only 1 real Sylvan Elf army. The other 2 are demons that are just part of the Elven book.
There's like a little asterisk there.
Yes, I should have. And 2 Vampire Covenants. And there's only 1 Beast Herd player, 1 Demon Legions, which I found interesting.
That's pretty surprising.
That is. And 1 Undying Dynasties.
Okay.
So that's the spread. What do you think of the? I mean, you said it yourself. You find that interesting. What would you have thought you would have seen more of?
I really thought I would see more demons. But I think too it changes. I think two things change. One is people are trying to counter the meta, and now like after Masters is over, they're trying to counter the counter meta. So you're seeing more armies come out of the woodwork, and it's a team tournament too. So some of the Elven armies, dwarves, Empire, they can do a little bit better in a team tournament setting than in a singles event. So.
And that's why I'm shocked. I thought we would have seen more ogres.
Yeah, ogres is usually a pretty popular army. I'm not sure why the drop in ogre players. I mean, even Shannon's not playing ogres.
So. No, he's playing as Sylvans, and he is the actual true Sylvan Elf player. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just move to the first army. And that's going to be bringing up Team CGLA. So in case you're wondering, the order I went in was the way Todd has it up on the forums. I just went down the list, everything converted. Alex, I hope you like how everything looks and that it is aesthetically pleasing. So going through the list, and this army is my bread and butter. It's General Warhorse, Shield, Paired Weapons, Crusader Salvation, Dragon Gem, Virtue of Audacity. It makes sense. I
mean, you're the KOE expert, so I'm interested to hear what your comments are first.
So my comments are his characters don't scare me. Like the Blessed Inscription with the Virtue of Renown, that can do a number to you. I still always remember back when you and I actually played a game and my Duke walked up, rolled 4 6s on your spider, and put on 12 wounds.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, but otherwise, even with Blessed Inscriptions, I always find him lacking.
Yeah, just a little bit disappointing.
Yeah. So I mean, I love Crusader Salvation, but that character is a 2-up rerollable. So anything's going to have a lethal strike will just eat through it.
He does get the ward save at least, though.
It's only a 6-up unless it's strength 5 or better. So basically, he's going to be probably using the Hero's Heart to go into, especially with paired weapons, into units that have low strength or low AP, and he's going to use his other Duke to simply go character hunting. Okay, and especially considering it has Black Knight's Tabard on there. He's not expecting to go first, so he doesn't have the Potion of Swiftness. And if you do kill him, which is a decent chance, he'll still be there with 1 wound with a 3-up Aegis until the end of the end of the turn. So And again, the lethal strike D3 wounds, again, it's only D3. Even when I did get lethal strike off because you need to roll 6 to wound, I always rolled a 1 for number of wounds. Just the way it always worked.
Fair enough. So, I mean, what do you think of the list overall?
I think it will shock people. It's an MSU style list. And I think that against armies that actually are unbreakable, so VC, UD, and Demon Legions, okay, and Dwarves, I think this list will have a very, very hard time.
Right, which fortunately, at least the team tournament setting, he can avoid. But to that same end, I think capture of flags is going to be a huge issue.
Because he doesn't, because his chaff is scoring as well. But secure target is going to be a lot easier for him.
Oh, sure. I mean, I think this is a decent list. I actually played Gene last weekend with this list. He's got a lot of threats that you don't think about, like the questing knights are very, very fast. And so he can get on you quickly. The problem is if one of the units starts panicking and triggering panics in the other units. And like I said, capture of flags, he's a bit of a liability. But this army really relies on multi-charges.
Oh, very much so. The other thing that I find interesting about his list, and Gene, if when you do listen to this, please know I am not picking on you in the slightest. It's the questing paladin, which I like, because you know where he's going to go. He's going to go in with the questing knights. The issue is if you put any of those other characters, including the damsel, they lose the +2 charge against fear causers.
Right. So they'll go in like the realm knights or something like that.
Exactly. Okay, yeah. But now you've got a unit of 8 questing knights and another unit of 8 questing knights with a questing character. So one will be built up for speed because again, it's banner speed. So I'm assuming the paladin's going to go in that one. Yeah. And the other one will probably house the mage. So you have 2, and then you have the Obsidian Rock on the one Duke. So he's got MR floating around. He can either make one unit MR3. Oh no, he's got also an Aether Icon on one of the Knights of the Realm as well.
Yeah, I mean KOE has access to so much MR, so he's pretty good there. I do give him style points for taking the Oriflame banner. I think that's a good banner.
That's a great banner.
Yeah. I think this is a decent list. I don't know KOE well enough, but I think maybe it could be maximized a bit more. But Gene style play is just to catapult the characters out of the units anyway. Why bring big units? It's kind of just like, a point stick at this point, So
just to let Gene have 7 characters to be all set.
Yeah, I don't even know why he bothered with the units. Just take as many characters as possible.
No, well, the way I see this list actually, so against, let's say, elves or vermin or any of the other ones, so you're not going to maximize catapults or things like that. And because he has so many units, he's got 4 units that can break steadfast. Okay, so you have to deal with the front and the flanks. Okay.
Yeah, that is a strength. He's got like a lot of little threats.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So, and he uses those brigands as chaff. He's got his 3 little ground knights. So overall, it's a decent list. It's not my style list, but I like it. I could definitely see that winning games. Absolutely.
Good luck, Gene.
Good luck, man. Just not round 1. I hope you fail horribly because you're playing my team.
Oh, that's right. You got nice.
So here's CGLA, Guy Cheney, Dwarven Holds. This list, I looked at this, and you know what? It reminds me of Pete Reese's.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So it reminds me of Pete Reese's. It's got the 2 Dragon Seekers, they're both with quick, so they're both agility 8, 9 on the charge. So typically they're going to be going first. If you write a monster, that's a bad day because one's got 6 attacks. No, I think one's got 7 attacks. One's got 8 attacks. And one's going to be strength 10 against resilience 5 or better. So,
yeah, I don't know what these bullshit dwarf runes do, but they're bad. Like, you don't want to fight them in combat.
No, sure. I mean, his engineer is just there for a Dispel Scroll, for those that remember that from Games Workshop.
Yeah.
Then you've got the quickness is +3, agility, smashing is just bad juju, and that's it. He's got 3 unit. He's got a lot of small arms fire and a lot of MSU. Let's see. The Vengeance, the 9 Seekers are going to Vanguard, and they have Skirmish.
Right.
So one of those Seekers is going to go in that unit. He's got a unit of 23, so that's going to go with the other Seekers, and they Vanguard too. And the characters both Vanguard, and they have both characters also have MR1 and Lethal Strike.
Cool.
The 2 bombers, I mean, I like the bombers, and an attack chopper. So he's got chaff keep you away to set you up. He's got the Rangers to help keep you away, and then the organ gun and the cannon. So overall, he's got 2 units that are going to win the game for him. So if you have ways to win the Seekers, I think you've got them. But otherwise, if you're relying on like say a dragon, or in my case a Hippoduke or something like that, it's going to be a bad day, because that's just too much small arms fire. That's going to be AP2 because of the handguns, and then the cannon just for good measure. Yeah,
this is, as you said, it's very similar to P. Reese's list, where he basically throws out the magic. He's taken a lot of shooting with the combat threats and the Seekers and the Seeker characters. So if you're Monster Mash, this is going to be a rough time for you, most likely. If you have a squishy army like an elf army, all the small arms fire is going to really hurt you, because it's not even just the handguns, but all the shots from the copters too are really rough. This is a good list, but again, this is the second list on this team that's liability for flags, I'm noticing.
I agree with you. I think it would be a liability for flags, but I think it's got a lot of strengths for, say, secure target. Dwarves are naturally have issues. Breakthrough, is that one of the 4 that we have to look up that we're playing with?
I actually don't know what scenarios we're playing. I didn't look that closely, but I mean, Breakthrough, he might be okay, because he does have miners, and then he can just board control the Seekers to try to get the Warriors moved up. But
yeah, all right. So on to the next evil goodness. Kevin Clark with VC. Now you're our VC guy. Let's take a look at this thing. That's Legend of the Black King on that first vampire count.
So this was an interesting build. So he's got a Master of Evo. The Monster Hunter does multi-wounds 2 against, I believe, Towering Presence. So he's strength 6, and he's re-rolling to wound with Divine. Multi-wounds 2 against anything with Towering. So that's pretty nice. Heavy armor, and then Legend of Black King gives him a 4 board save and +1 armor.
All right. Hey, Ryan, I don't hear any scratchiness. Ben Nelson just said that he's hearing the scratchiness that I guess you're hearing as well.
Yeah, I just heard it stopped, but that's what I was talking about before.
It stopped?
I don't hear it now.
Okay. All right, let me know if it comes back. And I also want to bring up one thing that Jeff Durham just mentioned, is that it's popping every few seconds. All right, well, we're on it. Ryan will let me know when it comes up. Jeff Durham did bring up the miners back to that list. Will help definitely with Breakthrough.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but it's only one unit. So, but still, it helps. All right. So going back to this VC list.
Yeah, and then he's running double count, double master, which is tried and true. Mintz ran that for a long time. He's got the Master of Occultism with the boosted range and the extra spell. It's doing the sound again.
You know what? It's when it hits my shirt. It's in my mind hitting my shirt. I apologize, gentlemen.
And he's got the Weapon of Doom, the Reaper's Harvest, 4 board save, 2 up against fire. So the Port Lord is not going to give this guy any issue. Big unit of ghouls. He's running the Barrow Guard with great weapons, which I think is going to be a problem for him because he's only got 23.
That I saw that too, and I also thought that for what he's running, he doesn't have enough chaff.
Well, he's got 4 units of chaff. I mean, and he can always make a new unit of chaff or even use the zombies as chaff. But the Barrel Guard is just a small unit to begin with, and then with great weapons, they're going to die pretty easily. I think that's a bit of a liability there. And he has double coaches, which I like the dark coaches. Mark, that sound keeps going. So I don't know if it's hitting your shirt or...
No, because I'm holding it. Shouldn't be hitting anything.
I don't know.
All right, let me know if it's still going. If not, I'll just unplug it and just let the mic from the computer take over.
Yeah, it was still going. It stopped now.
All right.
But
it stopped now? All right, tell you what, let's try this. Okay, Ryan.
Yep.
All right, how's it now?
It's still making that sound, so I don't know.
I don't have any mic anymore.
I don't know why it's doing that then. Unless it's something on my end, but...
Are you using a mic?
No, I'm just using my computer. So
yeah, that's all I have too. I just have my computer set up right now.
Okay. Anyway, he's running a double coach, which I like the coach. I think it's good. I don't think you need 2 of them though. I think 1 would be enough to help him out. I think that's just because they keep upping the price of it. I think that's just a ton of points investment.
I agree with you. And even though the thing is he's got a lot of snipe spells with this list.
Mm-hmm. But everybody's got MR now, so it's not as effective as it used to be.
It'll still be effective, but I think it'll be harder to turn around and to get the snipes in the manner that you want them to work. It all depends on the matchup. And that's, again, team tournament, you can get the right matchup, but then again, you can also get the wrong one too.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't like this VC list as much, to be honest. I mean, it's still double master, so he can still do a lot of things with that, which is good. But I think that Barrel Guard unit is going to bite him in the ass. And ghouls are good against some things, but aside from the ghouls and the Barrel Guard, he doesn't have much that's really threatening. So, I mean, he's just going to feed you chaff all game.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go to the next list. Sound good?
Sure.
All right. Kelly Wheaton, back to his Highborn Elf roots. So I've been seeing a lot more of the Nova Flare lately, and I like it as a weapon. I think other armies have it. Who has it? Bergie's got it in his list. Very similar setup. Now, so Nova Flare, what's really nasty about that Nova Flare is on the charge, it's +1 attack. It's divine. Okay, but let's say it gets charged. It as a 1-use only. It will also count as charging.
Right. Yeah.
Now, what about the Dragon Forge armor? I believe is +1 or 4+ Aegis versus magical attacks.
I'm not sure if that's it. I'm going to look it up now. Dragon Forged armor is heavy armor. In addition, you get a 2-up ward save against flaming and a 6-up just in general.
4-up against flaming and a 6-up in general?
No, you get a 2-up Aegis against flaming and a 6-up Aegis just normally.
What about Demon's Bane? I'm sorry.
Oh, Demon's Bane.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. Demon's Bane.
Yeah, so again, against that Portent Lord, which I need to look back to the list. I may have missed how many Portent Lords, if any at all.
Demon's Bane is +2 armor against magical attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. And then Diadem's Protection?
Gosh, why did you take all these items that I don't know?
Well, I think glittering lacquer gives it hard target.
Diadem's protection. I'm not even seeing that on. It's an Aegis +2 to a maximum of 4 up.
All right, so it's got 4 up Aegis. All right.
Yep.
And the glittering lacquer, just double check, make sure that is hard target.
Yep, hard target 1. Yep.
All right, and then he's got a adept with the Book of Mastery. He's got the BSB, which will also count as an adept because it's a master of the Conrad Tower. Great weapon, Essence of Mithril, so 2-up armor, and he's also a sword master, so he's still striking initiative with the +1 to hit.
And he's MR4.
He's MR4, so he's probably going to go into. I'm going to guess the Flame Wardens
over the Sword Masters. You think?
Well, I'm looking at the number, unless he's loading up characters there, because he's got 20 Sword Masters.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know where he's going to put it, but I would think to put in the Sword Masters because they're much more susceptible to magic missiles than the Flame Wardens.
I have to agree with that. That's why it was odd to see the 19. Unless the mage, the High Prince is on a Griffin.
Right. Maybe he's putting his mage in there. I'm not sure.
Like he's got 21 spears, 26 Sea Guard. The numbers aren't all. So it'll be interesting to see how he has everything set up. The more I see the Sea Guards, the more I'm liking those rules regarding if you charge a friendly unit within 12 inches, that unit gets to make the stand and shoot charge reaction.
Yeah, they're a very versatile unit. I like them.
Yeah. I see my thing with this list is the amount of chaff. I don't see any the Eagles I've been used to seeing. I don't think a single Reaver Chariot is going to do it in terms of zoning.
Yeah, I think he's relying on the Reaver Chariot and the Reaver Chariot to be chaff and the Reavers to be chaff. And then he has enough shooting, I guess he's just thinking like that'll be enough anti-chaff that he won't have to worry about it. Which, probably most matchups he could probably get away with that if he plays it right.
Okay, that's a good point. All right, and is it still making that popping sound since I unplugged everything?
It seems like it stopped for the most part.
All right. So next army is going to be the Bearded Dragons, and this is Dan playing his Dwarven Holds, and it's the wintry themed Dwarven Hold army. It's a beautiful army. So let's see. He's got 3 hatreds. He does D3 wounds.
So much hatred.
Strength 6. Rune of Resistance. And Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's reroll successful wound rolls against it. And Rune of the Forge means it's 2+ versus fire.
Nice. So no Portent Lords.
No.
Yeah.
He's just bad juju. He's got a Runic Smith, which I found interesting. He only has 2 battle runes instead of 3.
Yeah, I kind of raised my eyebrow with that too. Like, why not just pay the 20 points for the 3rd spell? But okay.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think he's at Mim Core though. I'd have to do the math. But let's see. He's got a 2-up armor.
Mm-hmm.
He can destroy a spell. I love the Rune of Grounding.
Great. Yeah.
And the Rune of Readiness. I actually like that.
What does that one do?
That's the one you get charged in the flank, and unless you're pinned, he's going to turn to face you.
Nice. Typical dwarf bullshit.
So Ryan, tell me how you truly feel. You've been scarred.
Get this over with.
Let's see. He's got the BSB Thane with the Rune of Smashing. So strength versus resilience 5 or better, strength 10. He's got 4 attacks because Rune of Fury. He's a 1-up armor and a Aether Icon. I'm muting my mic for just a second. So Ryan, can you keep going through what you think?
Sure. So while Mark is working on this, yeah, I like the character kitouts aside from the 1 missing battle rune, but he does have the Anvil Power, so he'll have 5 spells, at least from the characters. And he's got some crossbows. He's kind of going for a little bit of MSU and core. He's got the couple units of Clan Warriors. They can be chaff, anti-chaff.
I'm going to pause you for just a second here. This
Sure.
is how awesome my wife is. My wife comes in and she's like, are you, is this live? I go, yeah. She's like, the title of your podcast should be Typical Dwarf Bullshit.
Agreed.
So I thought you would appreciate that. That's how awesome my wife is. So let's see.
He's got a banner of wisdom on the Graybeards mark. So
yeah, he does.
That's why he dropped the one battle rune, is because he has the anvil, which gives him 5 spells, and then he has the 6th spell on the Graybeards.
No. Yeah, he still can turn around and triple a single spell. I just like having doubles of 2 spells and triple of a 3rd spell. Okay, in which case then right. Something's definitely going, or it gives you enough versatility and openness that it's like it's whatever works. But you know what? I played this list. He can do well with this. He really, really can do well with that.
The Deep Watch and Graybeards can't go wrong there.
Yeah, and again, by the way, I did say what you said, dear, and the fact that my wife just came in and brought me a beer. She is awesome. And she named the podcast. Yeah, I mean, the Deep Watch are not going to turn around and go anywhere. And Jeff, I do know that, and we'll get to that in just a second. Jeff Durham just said he's got a range issue. He's only got the unit of 10 crossbows, and then he's got the 8 rangers with crossbows. And then he's got a catapult and a cannon.
And he's got a flame cannon.
And a flame cannon.
Yeah, I do like that he's got the 3 different artillery pieces in there.
I agree. I like the 3 different ones. I agree with Jeff regarding the range issue, but I think between the catapult, the cannon, and he's got enough small arms fire to force them close to him, and then it's just you beat on the 2 beat sticks, and then the clan warriors are there to try to get into your flank to give him bonuses, I would think.
Well, and what I'm thinking too is, especially in a team style tournament, you basically just can't give him a matchup where the person could outrange him, right? So if he's playing someone that has a lot of shooting too, that could be an issue for him because they could sit back and like try to take out his artillery and then focus on one unit at a time. But if he's playing against something that's more aggressive, that doesn't have the ranged ability, he can just move on to the objectives and like either have to run away and give him a small win, or you got to push, and then his shooting is much more effective at that point.
Yep, and he also has the throwing weapons too. So I mean, again, if you're going to try chaffing him and stuff like that, I think breakthrough might give him an issue.
Sure.
Where unlike that other Dwarven Holds list, this list would actually have an issue due to without the miners. But I mean, you played against my Deep Watch long enough. I mean, what wants to touch Deep Watch with a king on a throne?
No, I think this is a really solid dwarf list. It's a little bit more old school. However, again, maybe I'm missing the boat on this. I don't know if Capture the Flags is one of the scenarios we're going to play, but he's got 5 scoring units, and 3 of them are pretty fragile. So that's one that he's going to watch out for.
You know what? I think so. All right, and I do, of course, Vengeance Seekers. You gotta love them.
Yeah, great.
All right, we're going to go to the next one. So, Mr. Brett Robb is playing his Sylvan Demons.
Yep.
And look, like I said, this is my own team, so I get to pick on them. He's got the Tree Father, General Master Druid with a Binding Scroll, the Avatar of Nature with Tingling Binds. That one, I think you have to re-roll hits or wounds or both of them.
You have to re-roll successful to hit rolls in a challenge or a duel with him.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
I think so. Because it's only, I think an Avatar is only offensive, defensive 6.
I'm not sure about that. It might be 7, but
all right. So he's got the Thicket Shepherd BSB with an oaken crown. Do you remember what that does?
I don't. I kind of just roll my eyes when I see a tree list. So
You had been scarred by Mr. Phil Carl. So
Brett did very well with this list last year. He's been a little bit rusty, but he's shaken some of that rust off because he just played a Masters. But he didn't have a lot of practice going in, and then he didn't know what to play for Colonial. He didn't really have enough time to kind of switch armies at that point. So I think by the time this event comes, he'll be a little more prepared. But it's a very solid tree list.
I think so too. I mean, it's a tree list. What's not to be solid enough about it? He's got the stubborn thicket beast. He's got the. I do like the Kestrel Knights. Someone else mentioned that they wish there were more of them. No musicians. What musician on the Heath Riders? Jeff, I don't know what Jeff is questioning. I got him to take the musician out of the Kestrel Knights that he took to Masters.
Yeah, I know he likes the Kestrel Knights, and I can understand why. I mean, he's a tree list, so it's still solid. But we'll see Phil's list later. I think I like Phil's list a little bit better, as like comparing tree list to tree list. I think he fits a little bit more in here. And Brett went with the more MSU style with the Dryads, splitting up the numbers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he also has a big brick of Heath Riders. He's got 10 Heath Riders that you can throw out on the flank. And because he's got an 18-inch leadership bubble, he's got speed to get around. I think they're AP3 on the charge too.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah, I think they're only strength 5, but still AP3.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next. My list. I'll let you pick me apart.
Did you hit the next slide?
Next slide. All right, next. Mr. Oaks. So we've got a Minnow Warlord.
I still see Brett's list.
Really?
Oh, there it goes. Okay. It was like on delay.
Oh, now you know why. That's why you said next slide.
Yeah.
Oh, so no. All right, now do you see?
No, it didn't change from Brett's list, so that's why. Sorry.
All right. I thought they were like, yeah, get rid of Mark's army. I'm like, all right, next. All right.
Yeah. So this list is terrible. No, I'm just kidding.
There's some that will agree with you.
No, I like the Grail Knight. You took 8 knights, right? 8 knights of the Grail.
The Grail.
Yeah, I like that unit. We were talking about Mark and I talked to Cagdus about this too. The KW kind of has a leadership problem because you're so spread out, and that's why Cagdus doesn't take a BSB because he said, why bother with it? I know that the Grail Knights are expensive, but I think they're really good because they're fearless, so you don't have to worry about them panicking or fear tests or anything like that. So I like having them.
I've had enough Knights of the Quest be terror bombed off by someone who shall not be named, Ryan, by his giants on the field. So yeah, it's,
yeah. No, I like the Grail Knights. You insist on those bloody crossbows, but we're not going to spend too much time on that, but whatever. But at least you've got 2 scorpions, so you've got some shooting to back that up. You've got enough chaff, and with the Green Knight's awesome. I still am not sold on the small unit of aspirants with the Banner of the Last Charge, but I understand why you take him. It's a more cost-effective unit. But I do like the Druid Master and the Adept of Shamanism. I think that's going to help you a lot. And I've always liked that Hippogriff build that you got.
I just started calling him Duke Nukem at this point because he hits most things on 2s, wounds most things on 2s. He's really, really good at what he does. And by the way, just so you know, you may want to write this down. The scenarios that will be played this upcoming tournament will be hold the ground, break through, capture the flag, and secure target.
Okay. So capture flags is in it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good to know. Thanks for that. But yeah, you've been playing with this list or a very similar iteration for a while and have been successful with it. So
Yeah, I have. I've been I've been tweaking it. Like I used to have the Wormwood Core and stuff like that, but it's still a really, really good list. But there are other good lists. I mean, again, go back to Gene's. I didn't mind Gene's list. I think it's a very viable list, and I think may actually perform well, especially in a team setting.
sure.
So, all right, next, Mr. John Oakes.
Such filth. Such filth in this list. Yeah, that Warlord is a total douchebag. It's such a good close combat character.
Wounds. If you're not doing 5 wounds to it, don't touch it.
Right, and you have to reroll successful wounds against him. She's very durable. Master Druid with Dark Rain and Sea of Dark Forest is solid, and he's got the totems as well. And it looks like he gave him MR2. Yep, MR2 and Binding Scroll, so that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the fat unit of spears. He's got the Raging Chariots, the bunker, 16 Minotaurs, and he gave one sword and board, the other one great weapons.
Yep.
I'm not sold on the great weapons, but I guess he feels like he lacks AP in the army.
That's always his case, but and even with the totems and stuff. But I'm going to say this though, considering there are 5 Empire armies, 5 Warriors of the Dark Gods. Warriors of the Dark Gods will be a little bit tougher because again they also hit hard at strength 4.
Right.
However, he's going to. It's like, oh look, you have a 1-up armor save. Nope, I'm AP 4.
Yeah, and I understand. The only issue is that Minotaurs die to a stiff breeze. They're not very durable. So I guess really relying on Druidism to keep them alive long enough for them to swing back with the great weapons.
Agreed.
So,
and he's got chaff though too.
Oh, he's got. I mean, it's a really good list. He's got a ton of chaff. He ran something similar to this last year when he was on my team.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's a really good list. It's not subtle at all. He is coming for you, and he's gonna run a lot of people over with it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll say it like this. I'm hoping. And let's see. Next list. Let's see. Brave Companions, Ryan Capps. Is he still captain this year? This upcoming year?
No, Jeremy Schweitzer is now the captain.
Got it.
You should know this. You were an applicant.
I was an applicant. No, because Schweitzer was the coach.
He was the coach, but he's the captain this year.
Okay. Is he playing? Okay, never mind.
No, he's not. He's not playing. They're shifting to this whole European idea, which is like you have your captain not be a player, so they can focus on like all the coaching, captaining type stuff, and not have to do both. So,
agreed. Well, that's all I can say is agreed. All right, so let's see. We have what's he got? He's got the prelate great weapon Locket Asuna with the Imperial Seal. So I think that's +1 leadership, +3 armor, and then he's going to swap out your strength, resilience, and number of attacks with the unharnessed model part touching it.
Yeah, it's a cheeky character build. It's
yeah.
Good.
Then he's got a Wizard Master Cosmo with the Obsidian Rock. So for 375. I just feel like he's missing something on that model for those points.
On the Wizard?
Yeah, for 375 points.
No, I mean it's a Master MR2. 375 is not bad.
Well, let's see here. You'll see why in a few, but he's got the Marshal with Death Warrant. That's one that gives you battle focus to the unit. It's a hit. He's got Willow's Ward, Ether Icon 2, and he's on a horse. And the Artificer's on a horse. Then he's got a, let's see, the halberdier parent unit, household standard. He's got 18 crossbows, two units of state. I like state militia because I believe they have bows and pistols.
Yeah, they're very versatile, very good chaff, anti-chaff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like the double cannon. I don't think we see that enough. He's got the cannon and the steam tank, and the steam tank hits on a 3+.
Yep.
He's got 2 units of riders with the repeater gun. So I definitely see a shooting theme going on, but he's got that Imperial Guard brick.
Yeah, this is a very solid mixed arms list. If you have lone characters or monsters, you're going to struggle a bit because he's got the double cannon. The steam tank hits on a 3. The other cannon, he can buff the accuracy with Cosmo. So that's really good. And then he's got the crossbows, of course, and the militia. And then if you get into him, he's still got the Imperial Guard. He's got the Knights of the Sun Griffin to zone you a bit. He has the steam tank, and he's got a big brick of halberdiers. Yeah, I think this is a very well balanced army. I don't see many weaknesses to this inherently.
I agree. Well, I expect nothing less from Mr. Caps.
At least he's not playing Saurian Ancients anymore.
Let's see here. So let me see. Look, Chris Mintz is going to play Warriors of Dark Gods.
Yeah.
He does have a Warriors of Dark Gods army, by the way.
I know he does.
So
he's returning to his roots after deviating sharply away from the type of list he usually plays. And I guess he didn't like that too much. So now he's returning back to something a little more familiar. He's got the kind of the typical vampire count build, very tanky, and the True Thirst is cheeky because he can just essentially raise the champion back every round of combat. So if he doesn't want to fight you, he never will. He's got the typical tanky BSB build, so he's got the 1-up rerollable, and he's decent in combat as well. And he's running double master, so he's gonna have all the snipe spells he wants. He's got big unit ghouls, big unit barrel guard with sword and board. Now the 8 gas is interesting. That's a bit new. He was experimenting with that a little while ago, and he really is taken to liking them, and they're solid. They're a difficult unit to deal with, especially with cannibalism. And he's got some chaff, and then the Vampire Knights for some scoring, some extra scoring.
Yeah, the only thing, and I want to, so Jared, I'll get to what you just posted in just a second. What I don't like, believe it or not, is actually the Barrow King on BSB on a steed. Because he doesn't have a unit to go into, and because we are seeing a lot of scorpions, single cannons, single catapults,
right?
Okay, that model, even though it's 4 wounds, can be just plucked off.
I agree. Yeah, like the 3 knights aren't enough, obviously, for him. The other difference in this list, what you don't see, is you don't see a dark coach.
No, it's not good. He's going to keep everything tight.
Yeah, he's going to keep everything tight. And hold on a second. I'm just trying to figure out his core. He's got ghouls. What else is in his core? Are we missing something here? I only see...
No, why am I only seeing ghouls? Hold on. Let me... So here's the thing. Every time I would copy and paste it, it came up in like a different language.
Because I know he takes less core because he's doing independent, but he still has to take 900 points in core. Because that was the other odd thing, was he only had like 3 scoring units. I expect him to have at least 4 in there.
I'm sure he's got a unit of zombies that just probably didn't make what I wrote up, in which is I apologize.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Well, I looked that up. Again, it's Chris Mintz. He's going to go with a lot of death snipes. So, and I mean, would you expect anything else? That's all I can say is, would you expect anything else?
Well, he went away from it for Masters. and I played him a couple times, not at Masters, but just in general. And when he deviates from the double master build, he tends to go back to it. I think he's going to do very well with this. He's a great player. He knows this army inside and out. I like the addition of the ghasts in there. That gives him another really tough combat threat. He doesn't have as much zoning ability, but this list is going to be very durable. It's going to be very durable and tough to crack.
Agreed. I'm just tell you what, I want to go on to the next one, and I'll see if I can. So why don't you guys start with Bergie's Hybrid Elf list?
Okay, did you hit next already?
Yeah, it's next on my screen.
All right, just give it a sec.
All right,
it's playing for me for the reason.
Well, we've got another Griffin Prince with the Dragon Forge armor, Shield Nova Flare, Demon's Bane, Glittering. Oh, look, it's the same character.
Imagine that.
Then we've got the Commander, Queen's Companion, even though I wrote Campion. Again, I was just kept. What the heck happened here? Moonlight Arrows. I must have been drinking earlier. Spears, Dragonforge Armor, Shield, Alchemist Alloy, Willow's Ward, Lucky Charm, Rock. This guy's just meant to shoot you, stay alive, and is not truly meant to be in close combat.
Can you hit back and forward again? I just, for whatever reason, I can't see it.
All right. You see it now?
No, I'm still on Chris's list.
Brave Companion.
Yep, it's Brave Companions. It's Chris Mintz, though.
All right. Tell you what, does anyone else having an issue? Please post. Because it says it's streaming live.
I mean, this is cruel and unusual punishment. You're just going to keep me on Chris's list.
I am just going to keep you on Chris's list. What can I say? You know what? Maybe it's because I'm trying to. All right,
Oh, there it goes. Now it's on Bergie's.
All right. So, all right. So now we've got Bergie's list here. Obviously, the voice is coming through. And real quick, Jared posted a good point regarding Cap's list. Was the engineers going to give orders to the crossbows while giving the cannon also 3+? But it's also on a horse too, so that to me makes him slightly viable to small arms as well as just getting one time with either a cannon, scorpion, or whatever.
He might hide him actually behind like the artillery or the steam tank or something like that. But yeah, that'll be interesting. But thank you, Jarrett. Yeah, I forgot about the artificer entirely.
I said I mentioned the giving the bonus to the cannon, but I completely forgot about the bonus to the crossbowman as well.
So Bergie here, he's got a Highborn Elf list after playing with Infernal Dwarves for a bit. He's got the classic Seaguard build with the Moonlight Arrows guy. Yeah, I mean, this is somewhat typical to what he's brought in the past. He's going to shoot you off the board.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bow fire. He's got 3 bolt throwers. If you get too close, he's got the Griffin character. He's got the Flame Wardens. The 6 Knights of Rhyme are great for zoning. Very solid, well-rounded list.
Yeah, and yeah, I got nothing else. It's solid. It's I mean, nothing flashy.
No, that's the only negative comment I have to make. It's pretty boring, Justin.
Yeah,
solid.
All right, next. So, do you see the new list?
Yes. Yeah, it was a little delayed.
All right. So, Captain Schweitzer.
His name is Jeremy.
I have no freaking clue. All right, I was tired.
And you spelled his last name wrong. It's fine. Let's just keep it the way it is. Justin Schweitzer. Um, okay, so Vermin Demon.
Right, so they're saying still seeing mist. Yes, issues there. Are you missing a hero? The BSB. What BSB? Oh, I'm sorry. Brian just said Mince has 2 units of 21 zombies. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. Cool.
I,
There we go.
hey, look, I won't lie. This is actually because of that whole other language thing. So, Brave Companions, whatever you used, the copy
Your
paste
fault.
freaking German or something. It was not English.
All right. He's got a demon. He's got a BSB. Heavy armor. Guard Hero's Heart. So he's kind of a. Oh, he's on a monstrous rat. Oh, that's interesting.
Well, it's a 4-up regen. It's a real common build nowadays.
I don't mind it as a cowboy character, but I do find it's a bit risky with your BSB.
4 wounds, 4-up regen. It's got a 2-up armor
against non-magical. Yeah, it's good.
It's got a breath weapon. It's got 18-inch range with the BSB though, so it really affects the Vermin Swarm's leadership bubble. So he's got 38-inch range for general BSB.
Yeah, it's an annoying build to deal with for sure. And you got the Adept of Witchcraft, which I think is a nice addition. The Witchcraft spells really help. He's got a Machinist too. Those guys are annoying.
With the freaking was it Strength 2, AP 3 or AP 4 auto hits, and then it's got the constant breath weapon every round, and 1 Strength 5 pistol shot.
Yeah, 175 points. Solid, really good.
Yeah,
he's got a giant spear block, so he's doing something similar, I guess, to what Omer was trying to do. She's gonna cast Wheel Turns on that baby and see how much damage they can pump out. It's got the classic lightning rod unit.
It says 53. I don't know why Jeff said unit of 53 with witchcraft. I have no idea what you're talking about, buddy. 4 to hit, 4 to wound. All right, let's continue. I'm just going to have to ignore Jeff.
He's got some chaff. He's got a big unit of Vermin Hulks, Plague Disciples, and he's got 2 Dread Mills and a Meat Grinder.
All right, real quick. Nelson's saying that sound's coming back. It gets intense and then fades and then comes back again.
Well, I don't know if this matters, but that scratching sound keeps happening.
I've got nothing going on. I'm sitting in my office.
I know. I'm not moving either. Bizarre.
Yeah, he's saying PC. If it's the computer, it's the computer. Nothing I can do about that. I'm sorry, gents. All right, next. So you know who had a similar list to this was Nate up at Grail Quest.
Okay.
And basically, the meat grinder is going to go into the spears. That spear's just going to be there, give you a bad day, hit you with a bunch of attacks, and then he's going to just swarm around you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You got Dread Mills on the flank to keep you honest.
Yeah. The witchcraft spell, Ryan said it also. All right. Yeah. All right. And Vermin Hulks are
more of an aggressive list for Vermin.
So. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it, Justin. Great job. Captain Justin.
Captain Schweitzer. Is that? All right. Now, the full Nelsons. Chris Mitchell playing Ogres. This list looks so familiar, doesn't it, Ryan?
I can't see it, so I don't know. Oh, went there. Okay, now I see it. Oh, purple ogres. All right. Chris Mitchell. No, this list does not look familiar. I don't run anything like this.
No, you've never ran anything like this.
I run a good ogre list, sir. I'm just joking, Chris. No, Chris actually plays a good ogre list because he actually takes monsters and mammoth hunters. So don't listen to me. Um,
I think he's actually a real good player with his ogres.
no, he's a much better player with his ogres. He's got 3 mammoth hunters. With Wild Heart. Yeah, so they're all solid, tanky builds. The one guy's got Wrestler's Belt and Troll Eater, so he's really scary. Master of Thom, some Tribesmen, the Darts. He's got Tusker Cav with great weapons and the banner that rerolls 1s for everything.
Yep.
Some Chaff, and then he's got 2 Rocks. So this list, I mean, is just the definition of target saturation. You've got probably a Rock on each flank. You got the Tribesmen and the Tusker Cav in the middle. And then you got 3 Mammoth Hunters running around. Like, what do you deal with?
And he's going to put the 1 Mammoth Hunter with the Sabertooth to get them to Vanguard up.
Did he give them Leader of the Pack? Probably. I'm looking for it.
You'd have to. I may not put it on there.
Okay, he probably did. You're probably right. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, he's on you turn 2.
You know who ran that list against me?
Who?
Brandon. That almost exact same list, if it was not the exact same list. I know it wasn't because he didn't have full command on the Tuskers, and my Duke went up and ate the Tuskers in 1 turn.
Well, I think this is a solid.
Oh, it's very solid. It's
for sure. I think it's the type of list Chris will have fun with, and yeah, I think he'll have a good time with this, and with the right matchups, he'll run over some people for sure. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So Jeremy Nelson, or Jeremiah, I should say, but Gluttony. And first off, I can't wait to see this army because he is an awesome painter. He really is. Let me ask him to paint a hippo griff for me. All right. Yeah, and Brian came back because he's good like that. Yes, he has Leader of the Pack. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
All right. He has got Gluttony. He's on a steed. And what's Gluttony do? Is that the one that reroll 1s or?
Gluttony is the one that.
Well, you have the book open, right?
Yeah. I was going to say, I think it's the one where you get +1 strength and AP if you kill something. Let me see. The first time a model with this favor successfully charges a fleeing unit or is on the winning side of a combat and does not pursue or overrun, its close combat attacks from model parts with this favor gain +1 strength for the rest of the game.
Just +1 strength, not +1 AP?
Yes, I was incorrect. It was just +1 strength.
All right. And the Immoral Gauntlet's allowed to use a Veil token to make it either flaming or divine. Yeah, that's
And he's got Shield Breaker, so he doesn't give you armor saves regardless. So the AP doesn't matter.
But he only wounds on 3. Nothing better than a 3, but he's only strength 5.
He's strength 5 base, and then if he kills something, he could be up to strength 6 because of Gluttony.
Yeah, but he's only wounded on 3s.
What is Luck of the Dark Gods? Let me see what that does, because that might help him there. I think that's specifically under Chosen Lords. Yeah. Oh, he gets a +1 Aegis save, up to a maximum of 4 up.
Got it. All right.
So, I mean, he's hitting on 2s or 3s, and he's wounding on 3s, basically.
Let's see. We've got the Magical Heirloom on the Sorcerer, and the Veilgate Orb, Battle Shrine, so he gets the additional spell. That's a solid list. I've seen that a lot.
Yeah, it's a warrior list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Sloth, 18 Warrior Sloth, so the Resilience 5 straight out of core.
Mm-hmm.
Just low model count, so, but still Resilience 5 with a Legion Standard, and you figure you throw the Battle Shrine in there. That's solid.
Yeah.
Then you've got the
Elders are awesome.
Barbarian Horsemen with great weapons, shields. For Chaff, Warrior Knight's Gluttony with speed, so that makes him speed 9, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then you got 2 units of flares that withstanding lash, light armor, and that's what the crossbows are for.
Okay.
And then you've got the 2 units of Feldrak Elders with paired weapons.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the speed, speed 8 March 20 Chimera.
Yeah, he's got a lot of chaff. No, it's a solid list. It's a good warrior list. Yeah, and the elders are going to hold down those flanks for him. So
I think they have 6 wounds, offensive 7, defensive 6, and strength 6, and if you fly, they have hatred.
And if any flaming attacks against them have to reroll the wound. And they're 3 up armor save. They're very good monsters. My only comment about this list is he only has 3 scoring. So objectives might be a little bit of an issue for him because aside from the Barbarian Horseman, the other 2 scoring he needs probably in combat.
Okay, so am I missing something? Does he have flaming attacks, his lord?
His lord, he can have flaming attacks because the Immortal Gauntlets.
Yeah, he can. So again, that also pairs up with alchemy. All right. So that's something definitely. Thank you, Jeff. That's something I want to make sure. That's a good pickup that we didn't mention. So if he turns around and has alchemy, if he doesn't want divine, he can make you flammable, and then he can be rerolling the wounds. Hence the shield breaker, wounding on 3s. All right, that makes more sense now. All right, I like that build. Solid. Yeah. Much more solid than I gave it credit for.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, next. So the full Nelson's Ben Nelson. Need I say more?
Well, you played against this list, haven't you?
I did play against this list. Basically, I didn't go anywhere near the tower guard. I just kept that unit chaffed, and he had nothing else on the board. I mean, he's got the Oracle with Morax Reaping, Destiny's Call. That's going to probably go into the tower guard. He's got the Fleet Commander BSB. Again, probably going to go into it, that Death Star. And then the 2 units of Dread Knights, the Divine, 2 Raptors. So he has zoning ability here.
Yeah, because he's got basically he could have a Raptor Chariot and a unit of Dread Knights on each flank if he wanted to. And his middle is good too. He's got 2 pretty good sized spear blocks on the tower guard.
Yep. And the other thing I like about the spear blocks that he dinged on me is, again, Academy A banner to me is like, all right, +1 AP, 1 round of combat, and any unit within 6 inches also gains that if it's like a Dread Legionnaire or Corsair or one of those style units.
Yeah.
But apparently it stacks with itself too.
Yeah, so those spears, if you charge them, I think are AP 4.
Yep.
Yeah, they're nasty. I like Witchcraft. I like they chose Witchcraft. I think that's a really nasty lore.
Yeah, he just needs to write spells because he did not take Raven's Wing against me, and he and I had a conversation that he should have.
All right, Ben. Make sure you take Raven's Wing every game. It's an amazing spell. Don't ever not take it. Seriously.
It really is a decent list, too, because, again, when I played this thing, I looked at that list. I'm like, I can't go anywhere near that tower guard. Even if I charge with everything I have, if I go full frontal, I'm done. So that 700 points plus one of those characters will just eat my entire unit, or my entire army. And even if I manage to do what I usually do and then hit with a flank and a rear, I still can't touch it because of that stubborn leadership 9 reroll.
Yeah, for KOE, I could see your fear with that. And I mean, he zones well because the altar, especially with like the Dread Knights and the Raptor Chariots, means that he's going to have maximized charge ranges.
Yep.
Those things. Yeah, it's a really nice symmetrical close combat list for Dread Elves. And he's got an Assassin too. So we can't forget about that. My only issue, I have two issues with this list. One is a minor one, which is 5 scoring. Again, for flags, could be a little bit of an issue. But then the other one is it's a very close combat oriented list, and he basically has no ranged ability.
Agreed.
And I think I could be wrong on this, but I think it's very difficult to play Dread Elves without having some type of ranged ability with them. I think they struggle if you don't take like 3 bolt throwers and you have some magic that can deal out some ranged.
I have to share this. I just love Brian Hulley. The assassin has like 78 special rules.
It does.
That is the assassin. All right. Do you see the next list? Mr. Ben
yes, Ben Keller.
All right. So for everyone who watches this, so I know we've got a lot of ETC guys or things like that, be gentle to Mr. Keller. This is his first tournament. He's only been playing for like about a month. Please be gentle. And oh, by the way, Nelson says he's done well with that list.
Good, Ben. I hope you prove me wrong because I would like to see more combat-oriented Dread Elf lists.
I think it'll do fine. I think it'll absolutely do fine. But yeah, just again, please be gentle with Mr. Keller. But he's got a decent list though.
Well, you helped him make this list, right?
And so did Phil Carl.
Okay, so let's put it this way. It's not Ben's fault. If you have any comments, you can just critique Mark and Phil.
I'll take the blame. Okay. I like to play. I'll teach him some stuff. That was from Chris Mintz. I think Chris will turn around and be happy to curb stomp a baby seal.
This is I like this list. I told you this already.
Yeah,
it's a nice mixed arms list. It gives him a little bit of everything. He has all the toys that he'll want to play with in his first tournament. So
yeah, and so far he's playing it. He likes the army. So again, there's that prelate with the great weapon Locket of Suna, but this time I gave him the Obsidian Rock. 2 units of 15 handgunners. Here he's got the extra order because his BSB has the Great Tactician. So no, again, it's solid. Steam tanks. I love those damn steam tanks.
Oh yeah, he definitely can't leave home without a steam tank. Mm-hmm. I also like that the heavy infantry or swordsman for the parry.
Yeah,
that'll go very well with the distracting chariot.
Yep, agreed. We tried running halberds and it worked, but yeah, I think the steam tank will do, or the parry will do better.
Cool.
All right, next.
Good, Ben, have fun.
Wow, did I literally do it that way? Just one sec. Ben Nelson, Ben Keller, Ben Jones. That was not on purpose, Joe.
Let's get all the Bens out of the way.
Oh my god, it's triple Ben, triple threat. Here's another Dwarven Hold list. What the? I know I did it. So anyway, he's got Rune of Might, which is +1 strength, Rune of Iron, rerolling wounds, and +1 to his Aegis save. So when he gets Shield Wall, has a 6+. Shield Wall makes it a 5+. The turn you charge him will make it a 4+.
I like that he's got the hold stone on him.
Yeah. Let's see. I definitely like that hold stone. I'm trying to pull up the list real quick on my phone. So why don't you keep going through? Well, I'll go through the characters. You go through the rest of the army because I'm trying to figure out what the heck PA and H is. SH is a shield, but I typed out shield all the way. So I don't know what PA is.
They put the list a little bit backwards. So he's got.
I just copy and pasted with him.
He's got 2 engineers. No, I'm saying he put the list backwards. Yeah. He's got 2 engineers, so he's really banking on the shooting. He's got a rune-crafted organ gun, rune-crafted catapult. He's got 3 copters. He's got some handgunners, big unit graybeards, some warriors, miners, more miners. So this is really interesting. So he's got like kind of like a gunline feel, but then he's got 2 units of miners that are ambushing, and he's just got the 1 unit of Greybeards to kind of hold it all together. And he's got a Dragon Seeker that's running out alone. He's got kind of like a tool that Runic Smith. This is a Ben Jones list for sure. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, I'm sure, but it's a Ben Jones list.
It'll be interesting. He's got Dismay on the Greybeards.
That is nice. Yeah. He's got a decent amount of chaff. He's got 3 Compters. He has a Vengeance Seeker. I just don't know what he's going to do with that Dragon Seeker. I feel like that guy's going to be on his back more than a $3 hooker. Like he's going to just die every game. He's got...
Well, depending on what he goes up against, you throw him up behind something else. And as for Gene and Jeff, all Dwarven characters come, other than Dragon Seekers, come with plate armor. So I don't know why they're saying plate armor.
Oh, because PA. You were asking what PAs do.
Oh, thank you. All right. And yes, I am that special. All right. Plate armor. All right. Plate armor shield. Makes sense now. Thank you, gentlemen. I mean, the organ gun is nasty. He's got 1, 2, 3 items of chaff. He's got hand weapon shields with parry there with the big brick of Greybeards. However, they won't be. What's he going to put in there? Maybe, I guess, nothing. And let them hold their own.
Yeah, I think he's going to struggle against lists that can really push.
Yeah, I mean that's just not enough because there's no punch. There's no punch.
And you could just avoid the Greybeards quite easily.
Yep. All right. But I do like the miners, though. I really do like the miners. I like the pistols, hand weapon shield. Here's the thing: is I'm not sure I would have given them that unit of miner shields because when in close combat, you actually have to use your pistols. I believe count as paired weapons.
I guess just from ranged, he gave them.
But they're miners.
You're right. I agree. I'm not sure. It's an interesting list. I mean, I haven't played Ben, but I know that he surprises people all the time. So,
all right, let's do it. As long as he knows that he can't use the shield wall and shields during close combat, he has to use paired weapons with the pistols. But with the other unit, he can either use pistols or great weapons.
Gotcha.
You have to use a special weapon if you have purchased a special weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if he knows that or not. All right. Joey Barbeau.
Barno. He's got a Lord of Greed.
With a trophy rack.
Nice. Trophy rack is such a good upgrade.
It is.
On
a halberd.
He's on a war day. It's okay.
I dig that. That's a good build.
Yep. And he's shying. You see more and more that people are shying away from the Portent Lord because literally the entire meta has adjusted to defending against that guy. Yep. So good on you, Joey. Alchemy guy on a Scythe Skywheel. That's interesting. And he's kind of combat oriented somewhat.
Does that count as standard or?
Yeah, I think it is standard, but it flies. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not really combat oriented. He doesn't have Hero's Heart, but it's definitely tanky. He'll just fly around.
The paired weapons plate armor, so he's got a Destiny's Call for
He's got 2 up against fire. I'll look with Scythe Skywheel real quick. I don't know if there's anything I'm missing from that.
Right. You double check that. I'll keep going through the list. All right. So he's got 12 Warriors of Lust, so they can flee and then rally and move as normal. So they gain in flight, and they have Banner Relentless Company.
Oh, that's very tasty. You get style points there for sure.
6 Warrior Knights with a Stalker Standard with Musician Lances, a Battle Shrine, Trophy Rack, and spells over the Battle Shrine. and then 4 chosen Knights of Sloth.
Yeah, those guys are total assholes.
You've got 4 Wretched Ones. And that unit is unbreakable at strength 4, AP 0.
I will look that up too. By the way, the Sight Sky Wheel, it does fly. It's tall,
Yeah.
and it's hard target 1, so it's pretty tough to take down.
And he's got a helmet that starts with 2 gateways.
So 2 gateways. Okay.
Yeah, so that means that turn 1 you can start moving things around. That was the one thing that I saw when I played Schmid is if you only start with 1 gateway, you're not moving things around until turn 2. Yeah, until turn 2.
Right. So Joey's making sure that there's no way people can prevent him from being able to move things around.
Or if he waits till turn 2, he has options.
Right. The Wretched Ones are strength 4, AP 0.
Yep. Yeah, Bergie, that one game told me it was strength 4, AP 1, and he was new with it and everything else. And I gotta be honest, I like the Wretched Ones. I really do. I mean, anything that's unbreakable, that I think they always get their attacks no matter what.
Yeah.
They're like a great anti-demon unit.
They're good, and he's only taken a unit of 4, but I mean that's enough that if you charge in, he'll probably just hold you up for a turn to countercharge.
Why not run 1 wide, 12 wounds?
Yeah, no, I agree. I like that unit. He's got an interesting list. Yeah, I'm interested to see how he brings this all together. He's got a lot of different threats. He does not have any chaff though.
True. That I will say that he does not. He's going old school with the Warriors style, because that's the way they used to be, was no chaff, just push forward and eat you.
Right.
But here's the thing: is he doesn't really need the chaff if he's able to dodge you.
True, and that hence the 2 gateways. He can also pop the gateways too, and it does a little range.
D6 toxic.
Yeah,
6 inches.
Okay. Well, yeah, interesting list. A little bit off the beaten path. He's taken like a mix of different units.
I'm interested to see how he performs, because I'll say this is when I played him, he was he's really, really stepped up his game. He really has. So I think he's going to shock us.
I hope so. Definitely get style points. Good luck, Mr. Barneau.
All right, next, Mr. Phelps. Now, let's see. Double Rock, 4 Tuskers, Musician Standard. Just doesn't have the champion. 3 kitties. And he got Leader of the Pack on all his hunters, so they're going to all Vanguard up.
Him and Chris must have talked.
You think? 9 with paired weapons, Iron Fist, with 2 rinky-dink tribesmen for scoring, and a Shaman Thaumaturgy.
The classic Brandon Woodchipper list.
I played this list. This is a tough list at times. If you can't handle being hit by all flanks, you're just in a bad way.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's the same comments as Chris's list, just tons of target saturation. And Brandon has theoretically 5 units of chaff.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a good list. Brandon does well with it for the most part. But we know Brandon likes to take long bomb charges, so depends how well those pay off for him.
I just remember I played him one time, and I charged. I charged out of my units, and he just looked at me because I charged out with damsels. He's like, I don't know what to do. So, but going back to this, though, he's solid. I mean, how long has he been playing ogres now?
For a while. I played him probably a couple years ago at Mountain Mayhem, and he had played Highborn Elves that particular tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But I think since then, I can't remember a time that I've seen him in a tournament where he hasn't been playing ogres. So he's been playing them for a while now.
He was at another team tournament. He played something different. It wasn't Highborn Elves. He played something different. I always want to say it was Empire.
Okay.
But all right, next list.
I know a lot.
Andy Grady. I'm not sure I know Andy.
Another Empire list.
I've seen this style list before. I mean, double cannons because he got the tank in the cannon. He's got the 2 units of 18, 1 handguns, 1 crossbows. He's got the unmovable brick with the Imperial Guard. Which characters? He's got at least a marshal that's going to go in there.
Yeah.
He's got the Knight Commander that's going to go in with he has 2 Knight Commanders?
He does. He took more of a cav list. He's got the 2 units of knights with a character in each of them. The Imperial Guard unit, I'm not gonna lie, is not very scary.
No, they're not. They're just meant not to move.
Yeah, but he's only gonna have 1 character in there.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. And they don't have the distracting buff wagon. And there's only 24 of them, and they don't even have the running banner. So yeah, they're there maybe just to hold something up for a countercharge from the cav.
All right.
I do like the flagellants unit though.
I do.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah. I mean, and look, he's got the liaisons on the Knight Commander General, and I thought you can only have 1 unit of knightly orders. You have the book open?
Empire. I don't think that's the case anymore. But let me see. Empire. Knightly orders, is that core or is that special?
Core.
No, Electro Cavalry is different. Oh no, I'm sorry. The upgrade is knightly orders.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says 1 of a kind, unless the army includes a knight commander. So because he has a knight commander, it's not 1 of a kind.
All right. So that's why he's got 2 of them. And then all of a sudden, I believe with the knight commander in the unit, they now become a parent unit. So now they can both receive orders. So that marshal is going to be giving one of them +1 speed.
And they're also +1 offensive, defensive skill, and strength and AP.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one's got the cavalry picks, and which is case that's +2 or +3 AP.
Cavalry picks. Yeah, it's meant to grind a little bit better. Let me see. +2 AP.
+2 AP. Yeah.
AP3. Yeah.
See how this one does. I'm interested now.
I think it's a decent list because he still has plenty of shooting, right? He's got the handguns, he's got the crossbows, he's got double cannon, he's got Pyro Wizard. So he has enough to draw people in, but then if you get too close, he's got the 2 cav units and the steam tank. I mean, the issue is going to be again, if someone has a push list, besides the cavalry, like he doesn't have a lot else that's going to be able to.
And if turn 1 or turn 2, you can just go up and chaff. The steam tank itself, because it's random movement. But my one thing that I'll say is that as one of the reasons I no longer really use my Knights of Forlorn is the rest of the army took off, would hit, break, overrun, and then they would be left either left me high and dry or they were left high and dry.
True, but I think he's going to sit back more, so he should have perhaps less of an issue with that.
I think so too, especially with flagellants being unbreakable. I mean, that's just an anvil.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the flagellants. Yeah, he actually has a decent amount of combat threats. Yeah. Yeah, different take on Empire. I like it.
Yeah, I think we've seen every army so far has been a little bit different with Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Ogres, though, it's been the same.
We're done with ogres, at least. Those are the 2 ogre players we had to get through.
All right.
Oh, this is my team. Awesome. Yep. So more Empire with Brian. Brian's played a similar style to this for a while. and he's gotten pretty good with it. He's got that same cheeky build with the Prelate with the Lock of Asuna. He's got the BSB with Death Warrant, of course, with MR2.
Oh, great Griffin.
Yeah, he decided instead of going with a Inquisitor on horseback, he went with a different style cowboy. He wanted to try the Great Griffin guy out. So
I remember doing like 5 wizards or 4 wizards on Great Griffins.
Yeah, that list is fun. But he's got the Griffin cowboy, which is nice. And he took the Adept of Pyro and he mounted him on the distracting buff wagon. And he's got the Book of Arcane Mastery, which is nice. And then he's got Adept of Cosmo. So he's got a good range of spells. He's got a big block of halberds. He's got crossbows, a couple of fast scoring units. And he has a giant unit of Imperial Guard. He took 38 with Sword Aboard and the Rending Banner. He's got riders, steam tank, and cannons. So he's got the double cannon build. He's got good range with the magic and the shooting. And then he's got the Imperial Death Star that if you don't break that unit, like you're not gonna get. He's basically gonna keep 4 points every game if you can't break that unit.
I have to agree. I mean the steam, yeah, but that's at least 1,000 points right there once you include characters and all that other good jazz. Agreed. All right. No, it's solid. It's got enough fast scoring. I like it. I like, as you said, the range. Yeah. All right, next.
Yeah, this I have to defend myself somewhat here. I did not have any time. I didn't even know if I was going to the Gemini Masters thing, and then I didn't want to play ogres for this, so I just picked a list that I had built. I only played with this once, so I have no idea how this is gonna do. I'm gonna just let you do
I'm sorry, man. My allergies are kicking in. Something smells around here is bothering me.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So, look, I like the pyro. I think that's really good at clearing out chaff. You force anyone to throw enough dice, they're going to roll ones. And Gargantula, the big gigantic spider, no one really wants to go deal with that. Okay, maybe Gene with his divine Duke there that's doing it with renown. But I'm not being facetious with that, but unless you're doing like D3 wounds, that thing can just put a hurting on you.
Yeah, still Gargantula, still decent combat, and the 5 aboard save against ranged helps the durability a lot.
Yep, I like the Warlord with I'm glad they changed it from the Apocalypse or whatever that was back to the Apocalypse.
Yeah, it's just easier to say.
Yeah.
I wanted to do the Feral version because the 1-up rerollable version on the Iron Orc is good, but Death Snipe spells and anything that ignores armor just makes it too hard of a counter. And the battle focus is nice on him.
I like the BSB with Willow's Ward. I think you played him against me.
Yeah, I've been running this BSB for a little while.
And he's an Iron Orc, so again, you can just keep in mind that with the armor, you lose the Willow's Ward if you're not using the shield and you're just using the great weapon. But I've played you enough times, you don't use a great weapon unless you know you're going to win.
Right, exactly.
Yep. And AP3 or MR3 just with him. Yeah. Ed Bashers are Ed Bashers and they're rending, so they're strength 5 first round of combat, AP3 with a lot of attacks coming at you with paired weapons. I still like the goblins with the 2 mag gets. I just seen it backfire too many times.
Yeah, I'm trying them out. We'll see how they do.
The Goblin Raiders are definitely solid. 9 and they're your 9 common mounted Ed Bashers. So they're going to be now they're strength 3 base, makes them strength 6.
They're strength 4 base because they're the Ed Basher version, and
Okay.
then lances, and then plus with Born to Fight, there's strength 7 on charge.
Got it. Well, that's why I said 6. I said strength 3. Yeah. And we're going catapults.
Yep.
So, may the ones floweth.
Yeah, probably.
No, I think you're going to do fine. I really, really do, especially in a team setting. So Captain Puff.
Yeah, I'm as curious as everyone else to see how this does. So,
all right. And Phil Carl. For those of you looking for the infamous Phil Carl list, look, it is now officially posted. I had him email him and Joel Flint's to me. So, oh look, it's demons from the forest. But 25 triads versus 15 triads, 6 Heath Riders versus 10 Heath Riders. 2 Thicket Beasts. And that's the thing is, I just love the Thicket Beasts. And he's got the sacred seeds, so all of a sudden, hey, look, here's an extra forest.
yeah, and that's the thing, and that's why I like Phil's list a little bit better than Brett's. Is the Thicket Beasts are the strongest part of the army.
Agreed.
No.
No, the BSB is what makes that army because everything is stubborn 9. Everything.
Yeah, everything's stubborn. The one Thicket Beast will stay in the forest, so they'll be stubborn without the BSB. So
he's got 5 stubborn 9 units.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, we all know it. It's a very good list. Trees are broken.
Yeah.
Phil's been playing this forever. He knows it better than anybody.
So, all right. And let's see, Mr. Flint.
Yeah, thank you, Joel, for joining the team. We unfortunately had one player drop, and he was nice enough to step up.
Yeah. And let's see. We've got a unicorn. Can't say anything because I love that unicorn. I really do. Talisman of the Void. That's a solid master. Now, he's running an adept with Book of Mastery. So I think that's solid.
Yeah, it's much needed with divination, too.
Yeah. I agree. I think Div is the issue is it dictates which spell you cast first with that caster. But that's really not an issue. Let's see, General Warhorse with Renown, Shield, Questing, Blessed Inscriptions, Trader Salvation. I actually like that build a little bit better. Granted, only has 4 attacks, but he's always AP 3. So even if you're not rolling a 6, he should be doing some damage to you.
Yeah, I like the fact that he grinds pretty well. Mm-hmm.
And the Paladin, Piety, I think is solid. Questing Oath, Aether Icon. So now he could have technically an MR4 unit.
Joel's got MR all over the place.
Yeah, he's got a one up armor save, 5-up ward, and whatever unit it goes in, it's going to have a 5-up ward. So I'm expecting a pretty hefty Knights of the Quest.
Yep, you won't be disappointed.
Nope. The 2 units of 3 Ground Knights, Gene was running this for a while. I'm not a fan, but, it's a thing.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I mean, they're nice little flanking units. They're nice little scoring units. And they're cheap. It's not bad for 195, but they're only 3 wounds is the problem.
Mr. Rob may just pointed something out. So why don't you continue with the list while I double check one thing?
Sure. So Joel is not completely going back to the peasant army, but he did bring 60 peasants, which I think is interesting.
Not good for me.
They're going to just go up and sit on an objective, and if you charge him, he's got a counter charge set up. I also like that he just went balls to the wall with the Knight's Aspirin unit. He took 15 with Banner of the Last Charge. And then he's got the big Questing Knight unit with more MR. He's got the 2 units of Chaff, and he has the Green Knight. The Green Knight's so good, and he really plays it well. He only has really 2 combat threats, which I think is the one downside here, but he's basically playing a Questing Knight Death Star. And if you can't pop it, he just has such points denial in this army, and he's got really good ways of getting to the objective. Aside from capture the flags, again, which could be kind of an issue for him.
Well, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scoring units.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is besides capture the flags, he's going to be really good with the objectives.
Yeah, breakthrough. Yeah. Real quick, something was pointed out.
What's up?
I have to contact up. I'm gonna have to contact him. Let's do the points on this list real quick.
Are the points off or something?
Yeah, something just got said to me on chat. So 670 plus 785 plus that should be 310 for the BSB plus 459 plus 459 plus 209 plus 480 plus 200 plus 435. He's over.
He's over on points.
He's over on points.
Are the points done incorrectly?
His Thicket Shepherd should be 310. His BSB.
Okay. So he put it down as 300. Supposed to be 310.
Yeah, just got Brett. Believe it or not, is the one who picked it up. So good pickup, Brett. I just verified it on Army Builder. It's supposed to be 310.
Okay, Phil. If you happen to be watching this, just double check your points. That's it.
He's not watching this. He's playing. He's teaching Ben Keller how to play. So again, Mr. Mintz, be nice to Ben Keller.
Okay,
I'm pinging him right now.
You're texting him. All right, that's fine.
Yep. So let's see here. So going back to where we were. Look, the peasants being 30 is a great way to protect your flanks because they're just tar pits.
Right.
And as you say, he's just running the Quest Knight Death Star. His range with the aspirants is very, very good because of the re-rolling charge ranges. My issue with his list is it's able to be chaffed the way it is, but that Green Knight is just so good.
And he's got a ton of magic to support his units.
Yep.
I think he'll do well with it.
Yeah. All right. Risky Charge. I believe this is Risky Business and whatever the South Carolina used to be.
Can you hit it again for me? Sorry, I'm not seeing them.
Are you there yet?
Nope.
Keep going.
I'm still on Phil's list.
I'm on Risky Charge, Shannon Powell. I seriously, I don't.
Did you get out of like the window you were in?
No.
Okay, because I think that's might have what happened last time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just still on Phil's list.
No, although Chris Mintz is saying Phil has to give Chris now a 20-0. All right. Yeah, no, I don't know what to say, man. It's I'm gonna try one thing.
Go ahead, and I'll just look at the list.
Can you see this? Can you see it now?
No.
All right.
It's all right. You go ahead. I'll catch up because I'll bring it up on my phone or something, or on another window on my computer.
All right. So I'm looking at Shannon Powell's list. This is actually a true Sylvan Elf list.
Don't see that very often.
Although, hold on. No, they're saying, well, I missed something because I was doing mine quickly. They're saying Phil's list looks like it's 487, so it should actually be good on points. He just didn't post properly on points. So still tell Phil to double check his points.
Okay.
All right, so we've got a Forest Prince Blade Dancer with Titanic Might, Sylvan Blades. So he's AP 1, 2, I want to say AP 3. He's a Blade Dancer with a Binding Scroll. That's his general. Got a Chieftain Blade Dancer. That's a BSB with a Hunter's Honor and a Spear. Not a Sylvan Spear, but a Spear.
Yeah, it's interesting that he's going with these.
Everyone's still saying they only see Phil's list. I don't know why.
Oh, Mark, just let it go. We'll just continue with this.
Well, no, that's what they're seeing too. That's my issue.
I'm saying he'll figure it out. Whatever.
No, that's not it. If Jared just posted it, he still sees Phil's list.
Oh. Okay.
So that's when I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this. We're using StreamYard because who was it? YouTube changed their thing, so we couldn't post it. We had to use something else, and it links right to. All right. Yeah, that screen's stuck on Phil's list. Tell you what.
Really cruel and unusual punishment. Oh, now it's changing. Now that you.
All right, now it's changing.
Yeah, it showed you like close it, like hitting escape, narrowing down the window. All
right. Well.
Yeah, and it's showing you scrolling through the list now. Oh, okay, went too far.
Everyone sees, hopefully, Mr. Pals.
Cool. I see it on my screen.
All right. So if that happens again, now I know what to do is just hit escape and then do what I just did. All right. So let's see. We've got a Master Druid with a Binding Scroll, or Master Cosmo. He did not go Druid. And he's not really... He's got an okay amount of shooting. He's got the 10 Sentinels, 2 units of 16 Sylvans.
He's got 32 bow shots, yeah.
No, he's got 42.
Oh, right, true, with the Sylvan. Yeah, so he's got a decent amount of shooting.
Yeah, he's got 2 Eagles, a unit of 6 Kestrels. But only 12 Blade Dancers.
So he's got 2 units of 12 Blade Dancers.
Nope, 2 units of 12.
Yeah, so he really likes those Blade Dancers. And they will rip apart units, no doubt about it. And then he's got a big unit of Kestrel Knights. Now, I thought, maybe I'm incorrect, I thought he had 2 big units of Eagles. Or am I wrong on that? He just took the chaffing version.
It was 220 is what it said. So whatever it is for 220.
Because I think the last time he took this list, he took like 2 units of 5 Eagles. Something like that.
Then that definitely is a me error with the 1x2. But
he's basically taking a list that moves very, very quickly.
Yeah,
just trying to round the corner and get in your backfield. And he has enough shooting to just pick apart units one at a time.
I'm pissed with myself that I didn't pay close enough attention. All right. I have to agree with you. And I think that he's looking for damage output from the Blade Dancers and the Blade Dancer characters.
Yeah, he did pretty well with this in a singles tournament. So in a team tournament, I think he, as long as, I don't know if he's the captain or who is, as long as he gets the types of matchups he wants, this is going to be a very tough list to deal with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll take the blame on that because I was converting it from Army Builder to this. Everyone else, I believe, I just copy pasted. So here is Paul. I believe it's Paul Graham, but definitely Paul.
I think it's Paul Loester.
What was that?
I think it's Paul Loester.
Paul Loester. All right. So it's got that Prince Conrad Towers with a sliver of the blazing dawn.
Yeah, that thing's nasty.
Yeah, but the whole point of being, here's my thing is I love the sliver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At the same point, he's already strength 6, AP 3. Well, all right.
Yeah, he's basically taking an all-in-one character where he can fight in combat. He has leadership 10. He's a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very well-rounded character.
He's got the adept from Cosmo, and then he's got the commander with the Queen's Companion.
Yep. Pretty standard, boring highborn elf characters.
Yep. And he's got Citizens, not Citizens, but there's Citizen spears with the Warbanner of Rima full command. And that is definitely my typo, not his. He's got 6 Knights of Rima, Flame Wardens, full command, Rending Banner, 13 Queen's Guard with Musician, Giant Eagle, and 3 Reapers. He's going to shoot you and then beat you when you get close.
Yeah, there's definitely a theme so far with Risky Charge. Is they brought all the bullets. And 13 Queen's Guard is terrifying, especially with the Queen's Companion. They can do backflips and shoot you, actually.
I've never heard it said that way.
Oh my gosh. So it's horrible. I mean, again, if he gets the matchups he wants, he's going to do well. There are certain things that are going to counter this list pretty hard, but I mean, he's got a lot of shooting. And if you get too close, he still has the Ryman Knights, he's got the Spears, he's got the Wardens, and that High Prince just with that sliver, he could just stick them in the Citizen Spears, and now all of a sudden you don't want to fight the Spears just because of that character.
Yeah.
So I like it. It's a good list.
Yeah. Solid. All right. Gray. All right. Here's Envy now. Now, Envy.
Ones.
That's reroll ones. So reroll ones on the charge and all that other good jazz. That's got Envy.
Yeah.
That's my typo for wings. I spelled wings.
Oh, that's nice. So he can't really be chaffed either.
No.
Mm.
But the thing is, he'll fly out by his lonesome.
And he went with Symbol of Slaughter.
What is that?
Let me see. Symbol of Slaughter is hand weapon or paired weapon enchantment. He gets +2 attack, +2 agility, magical attacks. Close combat attacks against this model gain +1 to hit. So it's easier to hit him, but he's got 7 attacks, 8 if he's got paired weapons. And he's agility 9.
It's got a rerollable 1-up armor save.
Yep.
All right.
And Envy gives him
taken Portland. I don't think we've seen a single Portland Lord.
We have not. So what's his deal though? Because he's strength 5 with just a lot of attacks.
What's thrice forged armor?
I think that's just gets him to the 1-up armor save. Thrice forged. Yeah, it just gives him up to the 1-up armor save. It's +3 armor.
Well, here's the thing: is he has 3 units of chosen of Envy.
Oh, that's interesting. But they have halberds at least, so they're strength 6.
Yeah,
which is nice. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the chosen build though, because he's only strength 5, AP 2. Unless there's some trick we're missing here. He does have Spike Shield, so that's nice.
agreed. Helma, I don't recall at 480 if it has any additional tokens or not.
I think 480 is two tokens.
Is it? All right.
Yeah.
I don't recall.
And then he's running occultism with the sorcerer instead of alchemy, which is a bit different.
But he doesn't have flaming.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I just feel like I've seen alchemy in most Warriors lists.
He's been playing one of my front buddies, Antonio, and Antonio says he's been doing well with this list.
Okay.
I mean, look, those chosen are no joke.
No,
I think he's still light on chaff.
Yeah, but he's got the helm with the 2 gateways. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, he's got the halberds and what are chosen? Agility 5? Agility 6?
Yeah, they're good. I'll look them up. Let's see.
What's Master of Battle?
Chosen are Agility 5.
Okay.
Master of Battle means that their supporting attacks are set to 3.
So that one unit of 6.
I mean, he could field them 3 wide if he wanted to, because they make max.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he could just have, like, small little darts of them.
Well, no, only one of them had it. The other 2 did not.
No, it comes with it.
It comes with it, yeah.
Yeah, it's on upgrade. Yeah.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
Just small.
Interesting. Again, I'm still not a big fan, I think, of the Lord build. Occultism's nice for some blast magic, and he's on a steed so he can get closer with the Barbarian Horseman. And he's got the big warrior unit and all the chosen to support and jump around in portals. So I think the rest of the list is pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, tell you what, you take him on. I want to see how that turns out. Here go the Mag Gets.
Yeah.
All right. And Lee is, I believe this is a 300 dwarf list.
Oh my gosh. So many style points. Awesome. Just awesome. Even for a dwarf list.
So there's 32. Oh, did they have the great weapon? I want to say those guys had the great weapons. So you had 2 units of 25 clan warriors with spears and shield, 2 units of 20 with just shields, and those 32, I believe, had great weapons.
Oh my goodness. Awesome.
You got 2 units of 10 with paired weapons, 2 runic crafted catapults, a decent sized brick of deep watch for his characters.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This is an awful list to have to play against. That's terrible. I mean, and he's got an anvil power, so he still has a little bit of magic.
But his generals are Runic Smith with 3 spells.
Oh, true. Yeah, so he's got he's got magic to buff up his units as well, and he's still got 2 catapults.
That's AP 2 all the time.
How many clan warriors does this list have?
64, 164, 204, 224.
224 dwarves.
No, that you just said clan warriors.
Right, without the deep watch. Oh my goodness.
So 247. Then you've got the 2 characters, so 249. The anvil makes it 250, and then 2 catapults.
Wow. Well done, Mr. Lee.
So, hey, look, I was telling you to run 300 orc lists for a while, so he just did with warriors.
You know what? This beats 300 orc list for sure. No, this is gonna be a lot of fun. I think this is the most fun team so far. You have 2 people on this team that are gonna just shoot you off the board, right? Yep. You're gonna fight in the shade against them. Then you got 300 dwarves to fight, or you have the BS like MSU chosen list that's jumping through portals everywhere.
Yeah.
This is cool. I like this team a lot. This is my favorite list so far.
You expect anything less from Shannon?
No, I don't. But this is cool. Obviously, I don't know how this list is going to do, but I think it's going to run over 4 out of the 5 matchups he plays probably.
I think so. I think that one loss will probably be a big loss, though.
Agreed. He's going to run into something that counters this pretty hard and can just take out one unit at a time because he's not stubborn. Yeah. And so in that game, I think he'll struggle in one game probably. But
I don't want to play him.
No, I don't either.
And he's a nice guy, but I don't want to play him. All right. Let's see. Team Hogfest. Nate, Orcs and Goblins.
Oh, do the closeout thing again.
All right, hold on.
Didn't change over.
You see it now?
I saw that you. Yep, there we go.
No, I'm going to leave it like that. Can you read it?
I cannot. Yeah, you. Yeah, just enlarge it. It's fine. Now we can see it.
That's not what I was trying to do. It's a way to do it. I just want to start the slideshow from there. Screw it. All right. 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, it'll catch up here in a second. So, yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I really, really don't, because I'm hitting the button for my next slide. Usually I use my Mac, and this time I'm actually using my Dell.
There should be just like a slideshow tab, and then you could just say like from current slide. Yeah. But anyway, we made it to Nate.
So he's got the Apocalypse, the Dust Forge. What's his armor?
He's a 1-up rerollable.
What is it?
It's a 1-up rerollable.
Okay, because he's plate armor.
And he has a shield, I'm sure.
I didn't type this one. I just copy pasted.
Oh, well, if he didn't put a shield in there, I don't know why he wouldn't have.
Right.
I'm just assuming there's a shield in there. So he's got, I mean, this is the classic Apocalypse build. He's got a 1-up rerollable, 2-up against fire, and he's got the Apocalypse.
All right.
Yep.
And then he's got the Feral on with Shield Breaker. That's got a 2-up armor save.
Yeah, that's a nice tanky BSB build because he's got a 5-up ward as well for being a Feral Orc.
Yep. Common Orc, Lance, Ghostly Guard, Lucky Charm on a Wyvern.
Yeah, that's an interesting little cowboy character he's doing. So he's fairly cheap. And he's got heavy armor, shield 4-up. So he's got 2-up against non-magical with a 5-up board. And he'll have 3 strength 6 attacks. And the Wyvern will get 3 strength 6 attacks when he charges in. It's not bad.
No, and I like the Rod of Battle for your army.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yep. Yeah, I got Master of Shamanism. All right, so Mark, we're very concerned about Nate because Nate over the weekend in Masters only brought 70 Nashers. Now I'm seeing 0. I'm seeing 0 Nashers.
It's on the next screen. You just can't see it.
Okay.
No, he did not bring Nashers because his teammate is a dwarf. They don't get along.
What is going on, Nate?
You know what? So let's look at this list. I like the double giant.
Yep.
I like, believe it or not, I actually like the boar chariots.
Yeah, they're not bad.
But
wolf chariots too.
But here's what I'm missing with this list. I only see 20 ferals with paired weapons. I don't see anything with ranks.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong there.
Going for pure damage output.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it this way. With the War Cry, he's got a ton of zoning because he's got the 2 giants. He's got 5 chariots. He has a Great Green Idol in there. He's got the 2 Boar Boy units with the Apocalypse guy, so he's going to zone very well. But you're right. I mean, he just doesn't have enough ranks to break anything, and he can't really grind very well because, like, the Chariots can't grind. The Feral Boar Boys are not going to grind well, aside from the Apocalypse guy. And I get, taking the Feral Boar Boys, but they can be frenzy baited easily, so that could potentially be an issue.
Yeah, so even if you put your Ironwork in that unit, the unit itself is going to be frenzied, and therefore he's frenzied.
Yeah, Nate's a good player. He's going to do well, I think, generally speaking, but I think that this list doesn't mesh quite together, and it's going to cause him some issues.
I think I have to agree. I think Shamanism will definitely help. That's the other thing I see that he's missing is ranged attacks. But again, he's probably going to be doing Chilling Howl, Totemic Summons.
Yeah, he's taking more of a rush list.
Yeah, very, very, very. That is pure rush. That's pure push.
And he's only got 3 scoring.
I think his Nashers have just failed him one too many times,
which is fine. Yeah, he doesn't. To your point, he doesn't have anything that can hold. He doesn't have anything that can take a charge, really. Maybe with the exception of the Great Green Idol, but
yeah.
Sorry, you're getting a thumbs down from me for this one, buddy. Prove me wrong, but
unfortunately, I'm with you on this. All right, do you see Jeff's?
I do not.
All right.
Yeah, every time you close out, but now it's up there. Now you can just hit. There should be a slideshow tab.
There is up here, but it starts me from
no. Go one below it and over.
Okay.
There you go. And then just from current slide.
We good?
Yep. There we go.
So here's another evil dwarf list. So Shield Wall, Holdstone, +1 attack, Strength 5, Evil Goodness with a doing D3 wounds. So if you're Strength 5 or Resilience 5, he's Strength 10, AP 10. And then you've got let's see, he's a 4/3, 2-up armor with a 6-up Aegis. Shield Wall makes it 5-up, 4-up if you charge him, and Rune of the Forge. So forget about Flaming, which we haven't seen really any other than one with the gauntlets.
Right. Yeah, the Port and Lords are kind of, I think, have been meted out at this point.
Yep. Let's see. Then you've got the BSB shield bearers with 3 runes of lightning. And a Dragon's Breath. So he, for turn, doing D6 Strength 4 AP1 plus 3D3 Strength 4 AP1 automatic hits.
Nasty. That's a nasty Thane build. And on shield bearers to boot.
Yeah. And then we've got a Runic Smith with 3 battle runes and an anvil with grounding. So any spells you have are going to go away with devouring and harnessing. Harnessing is -1 channel for every model within 24 inches.
I really like his character builds.
Yeah, he and I talked about harnessing. I love harnessing. I just I don't usually have the points for it. And I really look at it because it is such a good feature. Engineer
anti-magic. Yep.
Yep. Oh, extremely anti-magic. Shield, Forge Repeater. He's got the Anvil of Power. 28 Graybeards, Flaming Standard, Sword and Board with full command. He's got 20 Marksmen with Shields full command. He's got the Miners for scoring. He's got the Rangers, and they do not skirmish, so they are also scoring with shields, crossbows, and musicians.
And they scout.
And they're hit on 3+ compared to the rest of the army. It's a 4+.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two copters, 1 rune crafted organ gun, and 1 rune crafted catapult. I want to say I played against this list. It is solid. And trying to break those graveyards, it's tough because he's got the Holdstone in there with the king.
Yeah.
You're up creek without a paddle. The only thing is if you do hit it in flank, probably not going to break it because he'll be steadfast. But then he has to turn to face you. But when he faces you, because of that king with smashing doing D3 with you have a character. That's just bad.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Rangers a lot too because they're more accurate, and he could just scout them to give them a good shooting lane. Yeah, I mean, he's going to shoot you off the board.
30-inch range. He doesn't want to be close to you. He wants to see where you go.
No, it's a really good list. And if he's paired well, I think he's going to run over most people. The only issue is his only combat unit is the Greybeard unit, which the nice part is if you can't crack the unit, he's going to keep 4 points at least every game. But if there's somebody that has like a ton of target saturation and can rush him, and like his shooting doesn't perform, it could be a situation where the Greybeards are avoided and everything else gets killed. Potentially.
Well, I'm actually going to challenge you on that because here's the thing: is that's more than 4 points. Here's the thing: is that is 500 points from the king. Another 510 points. No, 105. Another 505 points from the other two characters. That all goes in that unit. The only thing that's not in the unit is the engineer. All right.
There might even be more of a points denial.
So that's a 1,668 point unit.
Yep.
If you're able to break it, you got it. Okay. Right. But I think breaking that, and I tried hard one game. I think I won 11, either 13-7 or 11-9. Last team tournament, I was paired up against him, and it's just getting shot to living heck, and then going up against that, it was just bad.
Yeah, this is a nasty dwarf list. It's very good, and he's got a tough Death Star for sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead. We're gonna try next slide.
I don't want to play it.
What, Blake's?
I'm talking about Jeff's list. I don't. What is Phil? I don't see Phil's either.
Mother. You see it now?
Now I see it. Cool.
I
actually gave up on Undying Dynasties. It looks like.
I assume it's Phil Blake. It just says Blake. I assume it's Phil Blake.
It's Phil Blake.
Phil Blake. Well, he's been wanting to try something different now for a while. And to your point, yeah, he's not been happy with UD.
No.
That another day. I need another beer for that. So let's see. He's only got the one character that I saw. And I just copy pasted. Okay.
I like that. I like that he went just like very min points on the character section.
Wrath, is it lightning reflexes?
Yep.
And they go
in the first round.
Lightning reflex for the first round of combat.
Correct. Yep.
He only has one gateway, 2 giants with clubs, 20 warriors, 1 alchemy mage, but I don't see flaming standards anywhere.
Nope. But I mean, truthfully, he doesn't, besides the warriors, he doesn't really need it. The rerolls to wound. I mean, the chosen with great weapons shouldn't really need the rerolls to wound against anything. The giant with clubs, for the most part, won't. It's just for the warrior block. And I mean, if he gets off 2 alchemy spell, or if he gets off the what's it called, Glory of Gold spell, get it.
All right.
I guess that's what he's going for.
Yeah, I can buy that.
Yeah.
He's got the 1 helm on. Yeah. I mean, he's going to bounce a unit here or there and try to basically trap you in. Standard new warriors.
Yeah, those 2 chosen units are no joke.
That's what, 30 attacks?
Yeah. That are hitting at agility at strength, I think 7. No, strength 6. Strength 6.
Yeah.
Still.
And their agility 5.
Agility 5.
Solid. He's got 1 unit of 5 flares.
Yeah. I don't think it's the most optimized Warriors list, but he's going to have a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
And it is a lot of targets. It's a lot of targets. You got a big warrior block, got 2 giants, you got the 2 units of chosen jumping around. Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to say a sorcerer is going into that unit of warriors.
The small one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right. Neeks. Mr. Smith.
Now, this is an interesting high elf list.
Well, I want you to notice something. We still have Nova Lance. This is a 3rd Highborn Elf player with the Nova Lance.
True. And he's taking it on an ancient dragon. Good for you, Mike.
I told someone else to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because now that Dragon Prince, you charge it, and it hits like a ton of bricks. And then the next turn, it still hits you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah. What does Queen's Cavalier do?
+1 attack. A devastating charge, +1 attack.
Oh, cool. Okay. Nice.
The young dragon has a special rule which gets +2 movement.
Nice.
Or it's not. I'm not sure it's a young dragon, but the mage. Oh no, it's not. Or the fiery heart. Yeah, gets +2 movement for a successful pyro spell.
Nice.
Yeah, so I like that. I just played someone else with a double dragon list. I mean, I still think dragons are susceptible, especially the young dragon, but I think that's solid.
Do you notice something else?
I noticed the 2 units of Grey Watchers, which I think are underutilized. I also see a big brick of Seaguard.
Yep. I was talking about there's no BSB.
He has the Banner of Discipline in his Seaguard, though.
Which is good. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, with the way he's designed his list, he may not really need the BSB.
Are Lion Guard fearless?
That I don't know. I feel like they are. I'm not sure.
They're immune to the effects of fear. So the question is if they're fearless. If they're fearless, he doesn't need one.
He doesn't really need one. And high elves, too, have such good leadership to begin with because they also get the minimized roll for most types of leadership tests.
Except for panic tests, which is what we're concerned with. Panic and break.
Yeah, but the Grey Watchers are not going to be anywhere near anything of value.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the beauty is you can turn around, hit something with the Grey Watchers, park your Dragon Prince right in front of it. Go ahead, charge me. And then get flank charged either 24 Lion Guard, that is going to be just pain in the rear. The only thing that I don't like is if you're feeling that many points in Lion Guard, I want you to have your general in there. Or the character that makes them stubborn. That's the only thing. That unit is not stubborn. It's going to be bad to touch it. It'll be a bad touch, but you may not be able to maximize that unit because of the numbers. And if that unit breaks, that's a huge point loss. All right.
Yeah, this is an interesting list. I think it's solid in most respects, but it's like I can't tell if it's meant to be more of an aggressive list or more of a shooting list because he's got 30 bow shots with the Seaguard. He's got the Pyro Wizard blasting magic out. He's got the Grey Watchers, so he's got some shooting, but it's not going to be enough shooting against most lists for him to just sit back.
To me, this is supposed to be an aggressive list because the Grey Watchers are not meant to do wounds. They're just meant to hit you.
Sure. But then with the aggressive list, he really has only 2 units. He's got the Lion Guard and the Ancient Dragon.
The Sea Guard can do a decent number too. That's still a lot of attacks.
They're okay. I mean, High Elf Spears are decent, but
You take +1 to wound.
yeah.
And what's the other one that they have? Do they have an extra +1 AP? And
They do not. No, he didn't take that banner or anything like that. It's a very interesting list. He's definitely got some tricks with this list, especially with the Grey Watchers. But yeah, I think it's more of a balancing act with him.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Do you see Jarrett's?
No.
Puss bucket.
You can just call me Ryan.
Okay, I'll call you Ryan too, but I was yelling at my computer. My computer and I, we have a love-hate relationship. My boss knows that this computer and I, when it's done, and they're not going to take it back from me, other than to wipe its memory. I want to say, take the memory, take out the hard drive. The computer's coming with me to the firing range.
There you go.
I want to make this into a frisbee or turn it into something else. All right, so Jarrett Messing's EOS. Let's see, Sonstall, Knight Commander. I do like that you put the potion of swiftness. I think that's needed on that character.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Marshall BSB on a horse. So basically, we're looking at another cab list. Cosmo, Prelate. Where's Suna? No Suna.
No.
Ooh.
I do like you took the Inquisitor cowboy.
Oh, I love that Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Shots with the repeater pistol, so that does D3 wounds with the shots now?
I think so.
Artificer with a long rifle, so it's +1 to wound or something silly like that. Then you've got the light infantry crossbows.
Yeah, it does do D3 wounds with the shots. Yep, he's got a Cav Death Star Empire list, and he's got Imperial Guard 2.
Oh, by the way, Jeff Durham just said he hopes he plays. See you guys in a couple weeks. Hope I play you. So, Jeff, thank you.
See you in a couple weeks, Jeff.
D3 wounds, lethal strike, reroll wounds. Thank you, Jared.
So, yeah, I like the Cav with the characters. That's cool. I like his core a lot. So the Imperial Guard have great weapons, but does he have the any of the buff wagons? I'm not seeing them.
I don't see him.
Yeah, I don't think those Imperial Guard are going to stick around very long.
Well, what character is he going to put in there? Because the Prelate's on horse, the Inquisitor's on horse, the Artificer's on horse. Other than this wizard.
Right, which you probably wouldn't do anyway. Yeah, I didn't really get the Imperial Guard here. I don't think they're going to help him much.
Yeah.
The rest of the list looks very good, though.
He only has 1 unit of cavalry, which is going to be his huge point sink, because that's where he's throwing his characters.
Yeah, and that unit will run over things for sure, which is fine. And he's got some chaff. He's got a lot of shooting. He's got the double cannon. Maybe he took them for a 4th scoring unit, but I don't. Even if you're gonna just take a small unit like that, I would go sword and board, not great weapons with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. The rest of it looks pretty solid, though. So, Jared, if you have a trick to this that you want to share, let us know.
Oh, he'll share it with you on the field.
Yeah. I'm sure.
No, I think he's going to try lightening you up and then just running, as you said, running over you. Because again, the Knight Commander with the Lights on stall, Potion of Swiftness, but he has no Aegis save, so he's relying on armor and doing enough wounds. The Marshal gives it Death Warrant, so the issue is the Knight Commander goes faster than the Marshal.
But the rest of the cav unit will have battle focus.
I understand that, but the rest of the unit only has lances, correct?
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
Or are they like the standard musician, great weapons? Okay, never mind. Great weapons.
Great weapons. Okay, so yeah, so that makes more sense why they have great weapons. So that's cool.
And I know it's a great weapon theme. I agree with you. I'm not digging it. I think he'll come across. I think some armies he's just going to mulch, but he's going to come across some good chunk of armies that he's going to have too much damage done to him to survive.
Right, especially with all the alchemy I'm seeing.
Jared said, "Nah, I'm just dumb."
Oh, okay. You know what, Jared's just lulling us into a false sense of security.
I have to agree with that. I'm definitely being lulled into false security here. Because I played him before, and he's a darn good player. Because I like the amount of chat that he has. Because the state militia don't have to sit there and babysit anything. So they're going to be running up ahead of everything. How I feel about a steam tank.
Yeah, his whoever the captain of Team Villain Hideout is just needs to make sure he doesn't play against alchemy.
You know his team captain. We'll get to him. You know his team. Do you see Mr. Schmidt?
Oh yeah, Mr. Schmidt. He was such a good captain last year. I think after the first round, he was just like, "Fuck this."
I don't think he's captain.
Oh, okay.
He might be, but I don't think he's captain.
He might be.
So again, Exalted Herald. So we are here once again without the big sword guy.
Yeah, without the port. And he's running occultism too instead of alchemy. Okay.
Units of 8 warhounds to release the hounds, 4 chosen knights with lust so they can flee.
That's interesting with chosen knights. That's not one you normally think about fleeing. Huh.
And then the Pride get to what? Reroll failed charges?
No, Pride is minimized break tests.
All right.
Yeah. I do like the Warrior Knights that he added in there because he originally only had 3 scoring units. So now he's got 4, and 3 of them are very mobile and have very good zoning potential and board control.
Well, he's got a Helmaw with 2 gateways. So rather than running 2 Helmaws, he's running 1 Helmaw with 2 gateways.
He didn't run 2 Helmaws before.
Yeah, he did.
No, he only ran 1.
No, when I played him up in Grail Quest.
Okay, you're talking about Grail Quest. I was just talking about more recently.
That was last month.
Yeah.
But still, I was just talking. He has played 2 Helmaws, so it's not the same list he took the Masters though. No.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know he played 2 Helmaws at one point. Yeah, it's a very fast list.
Yeah.
Especially with the Herald in there. He's got a lot of magic as well. He took Veil Walker too.
Occultism. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that's the one you cast, you boost, and someone dies.
What? I'm sorry, what?
With occultism.
You boost what?
When you boost your spells.
Oh, you can sacrifice to take the.
That's the one thing. I mean, that's why you take the unit of warriors, or some people would just take a brick of barbarians. I know what he's going to do is he'll start killing the hounds. The issue is if the hounds are gone,
right,
you're losing expensive models. Granted, the chosen knights have 3 wounds each, or 4 wounds each.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think he's just going to use the warhounds as the occultism fodder.
Yeah, but still, and the Exalted Herald is still a very good model.
Oh yeah, I played against it a couple times pretty recently. It's still good. I think this is a pretty decent list. It's very fast. The only issue is that he doesn't have anything really that can grind outside the warrior unit. And again, we're seeing a lot of alchemy, so that could be an issue for him too.
Agreed.
But he's a good player. He'll figure it out.
All right, Travis. By the way, congratulations. Actually, I'm going to go back a thing. Alex, congrats making ETC.
Yes, congrats, Alex.
And Mr. Wayforth, again, congrats making a Team USA ETC. Congrats to you both. All right, so he is back to his Demon Legions. That's why he played Upper Grail Quest when I last saw him.
And he played this at Masters, and he came in second place with it.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
So those Titan Slayers scare me. Those chariots.
Yeah, they're very good for 210 points. Like
210 points.
Are you kidding me?
Range. I mean, so just think about my army. It's just bad juju. Mage Blight Gremlins, they come out near your mage, so they're like great chaff, or they're great mage hunters. So I think he'll do well. Like he'll have the ability to like either chaff up the dwarves or pop up the near the dwarves and then tie up one of the war machines.
Yeah, the two scariest things to me in this list are the hoarders with mirrored scales, which
scales.
I think if you roll ones, you hit yourself. Like
no, that's blood red or blood something.
Wait, let me see what is mirrored scales. It's I mean, by themselves, hoarders are a pain in the ass to begin with. Mirrored scales. Each close combat attack allocated towards the model for which a natural 1 is rolled to hit is distributed onto the attacking model's health pool.
Yeah, so if I roll 1 to hit him.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Every time you roll 1 to hit him, you hit yourself.
Yeah. And Blazing Glories are no joke. I mean, they're good AP in his army because that's what he kind of misses.
And the Succubi unit is really deadly too.
What's Chili Yawn do?
It's -3 agility.
Oh, I'm human. I go last anyway, other than dwarves. I'll
double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it does.
Let's see. I like the Myrmidons. I like the Hope Harvester.
I'm sorry, -2 agility. -2. Yep.
Just no. Again, this list is solid.
And he's got a ton of magic.
He's got Master Div. He's got a Adept. What is he an Adept of?
The Deceiver is
I just copy pasted. Does anyone know what Travis is an Adept of? Please tell us.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
He's poisonous, and I can see that. He's got poison sacks.
But in any case, I mean, he's got a very strong center with the Hoarders and the 2 blocks. He has the Titan Slayer Chariots and the Blazing Glories to kind of like protect the flanks. He has a Hope Harvester for some extra shooting on top of his magic range.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a very well-balanced, thought-out, solid list for demons. I mean, it's a good jack of all trades. He's got an answer for just about everything.
Absolutely. Agreed. He's a demon.
Yeah.
And finally, this is who I think is their captain. Back to his Vermin Swarm ways.
I've played against this list a couple times, actually. This is a very solid list. It is a great points denial list because basically he puts all of his characters into the Rounded Arms unit.
Mm-hmm.
And they have MR4. So it's difficult, like if you have snipes or if you have pyro, to try and blast that unit. He does have the Doomblade guy who inevitably just kills himself every game.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a ton of chaff. He's got a lot of shooting. I like the 2 lightning cannons. It's probably a little more useful for the meta. I know the catapults are good, but the cannons are great, and he's got 2 A-bombs.
Yeah, I that's all I can say is it's solid. I mean, he's got the foot pads for breakthrough. He's got the foot pads for basically any of the scoring other than flags because they are easy to remove. But they also can shoot a crap too.
Oh yeah, I remember playing him, and the foot pads did more damage than anything else.
By the way, Jared said he's Protean.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Thank you, Jared.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like this list. Keith's done pretty well with it. I mean, basically, you got to crack that Rat Arms unit, is what it comes down to. But it's hard to do that when the Doomblade guy is guarding nearby.
See, to me, my issue playing against this list is I can't reach it.
Yeah, he has so much chaff.
Yeah. It's like the one time players like chaff. I'm like, come on. It's like it's only a 6-turn game and I've got more than 6 units of chaff to burn through.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, being in a team tournament, I mean, he's not going to get anybody that can overwhelm him.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want to be an ogre or a tree demon army because of those lightning cannons.
Yeah, I like the lightning cannons. They're solid, and the A-bombs. I mean, they still have the same issues as they did before, but with the way the price keeps dropping, they're pretty solid.
330. It's a 4-up regen on them.
Oh yeah,
Stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And Master Thom. I won't lie. I am kind of surprised he did not take either a tyrant or a character on the giant rat or a chief.
Yeah, I mean, he's aside from maybe the Doomblade guy, he's just trying to conserve those character points as much as he can, and not give anybody a chance to like shoot something off.
Yeah,
great value. Yeah.
All right, and that should do it for us. Oh no, I'm sorry. We have this.
Sorry, Chris.
This is the final.
They're not Team Villain Hideout though.
No, they're not.
They are Titans.
These are the Titans.
So and our first round opponent.
Yeah, be nice. So unfortunately, what I was doing, because that's a different font, and I didn't want to have to keep trying to find the font, I just copy pasted, and I forgot to change the name. Oops. So let's see. We have Dread Elves. So here's your Oracle Div. And again, Morax, 4-up, Magical Heirloom. All right.
And he's on a raptor. Or she's on a raptor.
Yep. And there's the priest.
Mm-hmm.
You almost didn't. No, I tried to forget them. I want to give Ryan a false sense of confidence, Jared. Jared's like, you almost didn't remember the Titans. Nor did I want to pick up on that football movie reference. Let's see, the captain with the halberd, raptor, shield breaker. A lot of shield breaker this tournament.
Yeah, it's a solid art. It's a solid item, and they keep dropping the price for it, I think. So
let's see, 2 units of 5 Dark Riders with the crossbows, 10 auxiliaries. So he's going a little shooty. That's 10, 20, 40 shots.
Yeah, they're only repeater crossbow shots though.
I know, a lot of light arms. So for chaff, he's got two Krakens. 2 units of Dread Knights. One's going to take, I want to say, 2 of the characters.
Yep. I think the Stalker standard one is going to take the characters, and the Banner of Blood will run on its own.
Am I missing something? How big is a? No, you wouldn't do that.
That's the list. You're not missing anything.
He wouldn't put. Okay, because it's 8. All right. 30 Legionnaires with Stalker standard. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Not sure it's necessary.
I don't think the Stalker standard is necessary. I would rather see a Rending Banner on there.
I have to agree with that. I mean, Musician Shields on the repeaters. I like the bows for what it's worth.
Yeah. I mean, this is an aggressive Dread Elf build. I mean, he only has enough shooting to deal with basically the chaff. The Divination Master could probably pick on like a monster or something like that, but I mean, he has to get into combat with
the issue is, though, is if you're outside 24 inches, he doesn't have anything to do with your chaff.
Right. And like the Div Master, he might have issues with range sometimes. He is mounted, so he can move a little bit better, but he doesn't have like any other wizards to boost the range of the Div magic. He doesn't have the Wandering Familiar.
She's got, what, 4 attacks at strength 5?
Strength 4, but with +1 to wound, AP 3.
Lethal strike, D3 wounds?
No.
I'm thinking a different item.
No. Yeah, I mean, she's okay in combat, and she'll get Veil tokens for each wound she does, which is nice. Yeah, this is not the most optimized Dread Elf list. He does have some good zoning ability with the Altar and the Knights and the Krakens. So he could definitely like overload a flank and it'd be tough to deal with, but
he doesn't have the damage output for the range though to complement that.
Yeah, and he just has the unit Dread Legionnaires that can kind of sit and maybe fight a unit out a little bit and not break right away. And I do like the Stalker standard on the 1 unit Knights. He's going to put the characters in, because otherwise you could just shoot off 3 Knights and then you could just start picking off his characters.
Absolutely. I can go for the Banner of Blood too. I'm digging that.
Yeah.
I just, again, that 1 standard on the Legionnaires is throwing me for a loop.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
Sure.
Mr. Smith. Do you see Mr. Smith?
Yes. Yes, I do. This was an interesting list as well. He did not go double master. So he went with, and I don't really agree with this, he went with the Count Adept of Evocation, and he made him tanky. So he's got a 4-up arm, 4-up ward, and Knight's Crown, which means you don't get strength bonuses from your weapons, and you can wound him on better than a 4-up. So he's very tanky, which is good. He's got Shield Breaker with paired weapons. So he's going to have 6 attacks, and offensive skill 8 at strength 5, and you get no armor save, which is pretty nasty. The thing I don't get, though, is that he took Arcane Knowledge on a guy who's only an Adept of Evocation.
Sorry, it's getting late. What's Arcane Knowledge do?
That's a boosted range to spells. But he only has 2 spells.
3, doesn't he?
Well, he has a bound spell.
But doesn't that boost the range of that as well?
I actually don't know. But either way, at most he only has... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm incorrect, because Arcane Knowledge gives you the Hereditary as well. So no, he has 4 spells, technically. But typically you would see with Occultism, because then it helps with, like, Grave Calls, and it helps with the 1 snipe spell, and the breath weapon spell.
So you see it on a master, too.
Yeah, that's what I mean, is, like, it does help him a little bit, but I would rather see this guy, like, be a master of occultism if you give him Arcane Knowledge.
All right. Alchemy, Magical Heirloom.
Another Alchemy Wizard.
And
then he's got a Vampire Hero who's on a flying horse.
What's the first spell out of occultism?
The first spell is Pentagram of Pain.
I don't think you'd take that, so he's probably going to take another raise.
Yeah, he's just there to take a raise spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's on a flying horse, which is cool.
Monster Hunter.
And he has Curse Medallion, so he picks one model out of your army, and he gets rerolls to hit and to wound against it.
Okay.
Which I really like on a cowboy. That's a nice build.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely like down the cowboy who's geared. He has 4 attacks, memory serves.
He'll have 4 attacks. Yeah, 4 attacks. He's got a lance, so it'll be strength 7 on the charge. Multi-wounds 2 against anything with towering. And depending on what he's fighting, he's rerolling to hit and to wound.
No, I think that's solid.
Yeah, I like that character.
We're just questioning the magic.
I like the Wizard Master of Alchemy as well. The vampire count one was a little bit strange, but okay. Got big unit ghouls and got Barrow Guard with sword and board and 30. That's a good number. He's got a cadaver wagon, which is cool.
Yep.
So we'll give his everything, I think, a 6-up regen, and then the skeletons and the ghouls will have a 5-up regen in the first round of combat. He's got Dark Coach. He's got 3 Vampire Knights for extra scoring.
He's got the Spectral Hunters.
And 8 Spectral Hunters, which is kind of interesting, too. They don't do the Reaping anymore. But they do cause terror. And they have 2 attacks apiece that allow no armor saves. And they have flaming attacks, which is good in case he ends up running into trees.
Well, we also saw Druidism. Like, I have Druidism. Gene had Druidism. I don't know, but Shannon did not, but the trees did.
Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting unit, and they're only 290. So it's not that much of a points investment. They have a 3-up board save against non-magical and a 5-up board save against everything else.
Yeah. And then you got the 3 Vampire Knights. I don't see it winning huge, but I don't see it losing huge.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a Beauregard star, which would be very difficult to crack for most armies. I'm interested to see how the rest of the list kind of synergizes together. I think it's okay, but
yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it's horrible. I'm not. It's something the way you said earlier is I'm not sure it's optimized, but I think he's going to have fun. I love seeing a cadaver wagon out there.
I do too.
Now the Dark Coach extended chassis, I'm not sold on the extended chassis yet, but I definitely did need the Dark Coach in this list.
Now, I do have a question too, and Mark, I don't know what you think about this, but he's got no zombies. So his Necromancer, I imagine, would probably go into the skeleton unit. But he gave the skeletons the flaming standard, which would, in theory, work well with me. So it'd almost make more sense if like his vampire was with the skeleton unit, because then with Shieldbreaker, he'll have rerolls to wound, and then you're getting no armor.
I want to say you're right. He's probably going to put the Necro in with the Barrow Guard and put the Vamp in with the Skeletons.
But then the Barrow Guard don't have Stubborn.
I thought they did have Stubborn, and I thought it was a Bodyguard character.
Well, I think it's Bodyguard Vampire. But in either case, like, let's say, I don't think the Necromancer gives them Bodyguard, but let's just say they did. I mean, the Necromancer doesn't have any protection at all. So I couldn't see him doing that anyway.
The question is does he plan on maybe just turn around casting, all right, I want to raise a unit of zombies, and then just drop them into that unit of zombies?
That's true. He could do that. That'd be really funny, actually. If he just raised that up and it was just his bunker the rest of the game.
Why not? It's like they're not going into combat. You go hide for the day.
Sorry, James, if we just revealed like your trick for the army, but okay.
All right, next we have Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
All right, another high elf.
This one's a sliver. So we have 2 slivers, I think, and 2 and 2 Nova Flares.
Oh, and he's got double Kenrig Tower.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, and he's got a whole boatload of Swordmasters.
In Lion Guard. This is old school Highborn Elf.
Oh, and you know what? Style points for bringing a Frost Phoenix. Good for you, Mike.
Yep. Looking at this, I mean, I love the Rending Banner on Spears. His characters, I think, are solid, although he's got the Conrag and then the Adepts. What was the Adept of, though?
Was the Adept what?
No, he just has Conrag Tower.
Yeah.
Magic?
Kenrig Tower is the protein magic or whatever.
Does he have enough lores to choose from?
Yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure. I think so, unless I'm doing that wrong. But yeah, I think he has enough spells to choose from. So basically, he could take all the 1 spells from all the lores, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's just going to have a lot of variety in his magic.
So, again, it's I apologize. It's just getting tired. So Protean, he can choose from any lore, not just those that his army book has access to. And it's the first spell from any lore.
I think so.
All right, then yeah, he definitely has that, plus his hereditary spell. All right, so that can work. Let's see.
I mean, he's got a foot slog in combat high elf army.
Yeah, you know what doesn't fit are the Highborn Lancers.
Yeah, I guess they're just there for like a mobile scoring unit.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure if I'd rather have seen archers or another big brick of spears.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets a good matchup, he could run over somebody, but I think this list is going to struggle.
I don't dispute that. But I definitely like his characters. I think it's very interesting to see the 2 towers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Sliver Prince is he's just boss.
For sure.
All right. And Norbert
and his beautiful Undying Dynasties army. So he has a Shah Guardian. I haven't seen that one.
Monster.
Let me see what this guy does, because I don't remember.
It's a bad touch.
Yeah, he's scary. I do remember that. The Shah Guardian. He's movement 6. He's got 7 health points. He's resilient 6 with a 3-up armor save. He has 4 attacks at strength 5, AP 2 at agility 3, but he has lethal strike and poison. He has the rule Eternal Guardian. When the model suffers a wound from an attack with multiple wounds, reduce it by half, rounding fractions up. Okay, so he halves multi-wounds.
Mm-hmm.
So he's very tanky. And he's an ensouled statue, so he's like a construct. And the architect can give him a 5-up regen.
My Duke wants to go play with him.
Yeah, I'm sure. And the Nomarch on top has a great weapon with Crown of Pharaohs. What does that do?
He is taking Sacred Hourglass. And Wizard Master Soul Conduit it.
Oh, so he's going to have a 24-inch General's Leadership bubble. And he can, let me see. He can give Undying Will to a different unit within 12 inches of him, which is +2 offensive skill, +2 defensive skill, lethal strike.
Oh, yeah.
And their shooting's aim goes to a 4-up.
And that's where I'm looking at the catapults. I'm looking at the Sandstalkers. Makes their aim within 12 inches. Imagine the Sandstalkers with aim 4-up, you said?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that, like a little...
I think they might be 4 up already. It's the strength that's low on them, like strength 1, AP10, AP6, or AP10.
They're the ones that, yeah, it affects the agility you're basing it on, for the most part.
Dread Sphinx, I see 3 vultures. He's got a lot. He's got 1, 2, 3 units of chaff. And the stalkers.
Yeah, this is it's unusual, but it's a pretty scary list. I mean, if you have monsters, the Shah Guardian and the what's it called? The Dread Sphinx are going to deal with those very easily.
And if you have infantry, he's got the catapults and chariots.
Yeah, the chariots are really good. Cataphracts are no joke. And I like the Sandstalkers.
Yeah,
I do.
And so again, if you're like a Warriors of the Dark God, you're relying on your armor. Here come your Sandstalkers.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you got to play this like you play any other Undying Dynasty's army. Get to the bunker. Kill that bunker as quickly as you can.
Easier said than done.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Norbert's a good player.
Yep. And that's it. That was our last army.
Oof. All right.
So, not bad. We think we covered 40 army lists in 3 hours.
Not bad. Before we wrap up, do you have any predictions, comments overall, favorite list, anything like that?
I wasn't thinking about that as we went going.
Well, I'll go first, and then you can.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, my scariest list is going to be this Dwarven Holds list. I don't want to play that list.
Guys.
Yeah.
You like Guys Dwarf list? Okay, cool.
Seekers. It's the Seekers, and I think he's got a lot of nice counters. What about you?
Yeah, no, I like that list too. I think my favorite list is Lee's list, Dwarf list.
Oh, if we're talking fun list to play, oh my god.
You know what, though? I think that's more than just a fun list. I think, especially in a team setting, I think that list is going to do really well.
There you go.
And yes, it is kind of a crazy list. So that's my favorite list. I think, though, we're talking about predictions on who's going to win. I'm going to make bold prediction. I think the Brave Companions are going down this year. I think Team Villain Hideout might be the number 1 contender.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking too. I was going to give it to Keith's team this year.
Either that or, Pop the Magic Dragons.
No, they're smoking funny cigarettes. No. No, I don't. I agree. I'm not sure that the Brave Companions are going to do it this year.
You hear that? You just don't have what it takes.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
And I agree. Like I said, I agree with you. If I had to turn around and pick a team that's going to dethrone them, not to sound mean against my own team, but I don't think we're going to do it. Not the Nelsons. Not IFL, which I don't even know what that stands for anyway. Iron Finger Ladies or something like that?
Probably.
Unfortunately, I don't think Puff is going to do it. Oh, Puff Daddy this year. You know what? Shannon's team
is pretty solid.
It's solid. Not sure that they take it, but they're solid. They give them a nice little run. And Hogsfest is solid too. They really are.
It's a pretty competitive field for sure.
So look, if I have to pick my first team, I agree with you. I'm going to go with not Titans. I'm going to go with the Villain team Hideout. Yeah. And then I am going to go with I think they're going to do enough damage to the Brave Companions that I think that Team Hogfest will take second.
Okay.
Followed by Brave Companions at third. I think we're going to see Risky Charge at fourth. followed by Puff. Just want to make sure I didn't skip anybody. No. Followed by Puff Daddy. Followed by my team.
You hear that, team? Mark says we're going to come in 5th, so that's our benchmark of what we got to beat.
Sorry, I'm just giving you my predictions.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Hey, I can put myself 6th, followed by CGL.
I know. I don't know what's worse, is that you say we're going to come in 5th, or you're saying your team is going to come in 6th.
Followed by, did I already say followed by IFL? Followed by Team Titans.
Okay. We'll see how it goes.
What about you? What's your list?
I don't know if I have a full list like that, but if I pick top 3, I think it's going to be Villain Hideouts, Brave Companions, and then I'm gonna say my team in 3rd. There we go. Bold predictions.
Hey, you come in 3rd?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, look, you've got a stacked team. You definitely do. I mean, Joel's solid, Phil's solid, you're solid. Brian will do what you need him to do. He's solid.
We came in 3rd last year, so we'll see. See if we can do it again.
All right. Hey, I it's not that I think your team is weaker. I just think the competition is that much stronger.
That was a very judicious way of saying that. This was fun. Thanks, Mark.
My pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And until next time, happy gaming. And